You're almost there, but don't panic. There's still more music to come before you're completely engulfed in the blissful embrace of that little light you see in the distance.
And we are live!
Everybody.
Welcome everybody! Let's go! I got you, April Fools. April Fools.
They're probably like, what? What was that?
I wanted to see if it worked. We're revamping up everything. You gotta get to the next level. You gotta change everything. Welcome everybody. Thirsty Thursday. ¿Cómo estamos? How's everybody doing?
We had to look up when was the last Thirsty Thursday, right?
It's been a long time without you, my friend. I don't even know. It's been the last time we did Thirsty Thursday. We celebrate. Actually, did we celebrate Mochi's birthday? Halfway to Halloween. April 30th.
Yeah, and I take it back to like we were planning our trip too.
It's been too long.
So that's why I'm like, that's how long it's been.
It's been too long.
But
Welcome
thank you guys
everybody.
so much for being patient with us. We're so happy to be back here with you guys at the CNC headquarters.
How's everybody doing? If you are new here, if you're watching the replay, do us a favor. Dale un like a este video. Lock in your likes, you guys. We're gonna have so much fun tonight. We've missed you so much. Thirsty Thursday, it's usually our show, our podcast, whatever you want to call it. We go over updates, lots to talk about. Exciting news because today, huge announcement. Finally, from Universal Studios Hollywood and Orlando regarding Halloween Horror Nights, which is our favorite thing to talk about. So we're gonna have fun tonight wherever you're watching. Get cozy, grab a drink, grab your snack.
I was gonna say for sure that's the highlight of everything, but you know we're gonna talk here in between like what we've been up to.
Absolutely.
Our trip because we took like a whole week trip.
We got a lot to go over.
We have a lot of catching up.
It's gonna be so much fun. We already have a super chat.
Oh my god.
The one, the only, Adventures with Mushroom Man or Yoshi. Jeremy dropping a $2 special. Do us a favor, go ahead and hit that like on that super chat. Thank you so much, Jeremy.
Thank you, Jeremy.
He said, "Hola CNC, what an amazing night yesterday." You know what? Let's start with that really quickly. First of all, thank you everyone in the chat. Shout out to you for being here. You could be anywhere right now, but you're hanging out with us. We see you guys.
We really appreciate it.
We're having fun in the chat with all of you. We appreciate it. Thank you, Matt. We appreciate it. Kira,
Thank
Kobe,
you.
thank you so much, you guys.
Yes.
We had a blast. A blast yesterday.
Yeah, it was crazy. As soon as we were done with our live, we didn't even know how long we were live for, but
Yeah.
it was around 3 hours, but it just flew by. You guys know, we know our way around the park, Universal Studios Hollywood.
Yeah.
And we already know what to expect, especially when they throw like events like that.
Mm-hmm.
So it started off with us already like going into it with wait, are we gonna talk about the event?
Really quickly, yeah.
Okay, yeah. So we went into it like we already know what to expect. They always know how to like have a fun time.
Mm-hmm.
We know they're gonna have DJs. Have the music there.
If you don't know what,
cool vibes.
if you don't know what we're talking about, the annual Passover ticket
From yesterday.
Yeah. Thank you, Universal Studios, because
Yes.
they know how to treat pass members. We keep saying that. It's been 2 years. So everyone that saw us yesterday and said hi, you guys are awesome.
Yeah.
And I agree. DJs were awesome. What do you think about the music?
Awesome. Yeah.
I'm so glad we got
I think the only complaint that we had was that the plaza wasn't. They didn't have anything at the plaza.
Plaza was lacking. Yeah. Sorry, we didn't get fireworks. We got the castle show, which was nice. A nice surprise. We had such a fun time, you guys. That was an amazing live stream. If you were there, you were there. If you missed it, go watch the replay. If you're not a pass member, consider getting a pass.
Yes, but I do want to actually highlight that we did get to meet a lot of you guys, which shout out to you guys that came up to us.
You guys are awesome.
Thank you so much. It means a lot to always, put a face to a name.
Exactly.
Yeah, because you guys are a big part of our life. Like, we always see you in the chat, but it's so different when we actually get to meet you in person and have a one-on-one conversation. So thank you for doing that for us.
We wouldn't be here without you.
Yes.
And it's nice to meet you guys in person.
It is.
Thank you, everybody.
Yes.
Really quickly, headphone warning, because we're testing, like I said, we're testing new things out. You got to get bigger and better, right?
I know. I feel weird not ringing the bell.
Headphone warning. Let me know if you guys can hear this. And is it too loud? Let me know.
Let us know.
Let me know if you guys heard anything. You guys let me know. The screen's a little blurry. Is it? We should be focused.
Oh, it
fine.
might be from your end.
Okay. No, they didn't hear that. That's fine. We're working on it. Okay, cool. Just making sure. I'm just making sure. We're good. Just making sure. Okay, no worries, you guys. Thank you, everybody, so much. Yeah, cool. That wasn't too loud.
So
No worries.
do you want to tell them about the resolution, how to change it?
Yeah, we should be fine. I mean, we look good on our end, but make
Yeah.
sure you're on. We should be streaming in 1080p, 60
You
frames
do
per
have to
second.
go ahead and change that yourself.
Yeah.
So it's a different setting. Yeah.
But let's go ahead and get started, you guys. Okay, babe. Announcements, really quickly. Let's run through these.
Let's run through them.
How many days till Halloween?
147.
147 days till Halloween, and we're gonna talk a lot of Halloween Horror Nights. There's a lot to talk about, a lot of updates.
A lot. But we haven't been.
Boom, there we go. Yeah, lots to talk about today, lots of updates, especially on Twitter, because John Murdy has been replying to people. So we're gonna kind of go over that.
Finally.
I
We've
know.
all been waiting for that.
We've all been waiting for them to spill the beans, so they finally spilled the beans. 202 days till Christmas for all of you that are counting down till
Oh my
Christmas.
gosh, I'm surprised you included that in there.
We're gonna have to include it because otherwise we're gonna catch some heat. What national day is it today? National Eyewear Day. So if you wear anything on top of your eyes,
Yeah.
shout out to you. These are not prescription glasses. These are the blue reflective glasses.
Yeah.
Crystal
But
does wear glasses though.
yeah, I do wear glasses, but I also wanted to include that in there because if you guys know, if we're out at the park during the day, we always wear like our sunnies,
Mhm.
which I'm gonna throw this out there. One day I do want to own like our own eyewear brand,
Sunglasses.
so I'm gonna throw that in there. So I'm like, we have to include that in there.
I like that's a good idea. Today's also drive-in movie day. If you haven't been to a drive-in theater, there's a few in SoCal and NorCal. We've been to drive-in theaters, and it's really cool. It's a fun experience.
It's been a while.
It's
but
been a very
yeah,
long time.
I want to revisit it for sure.
I think there's one in the OC somewhere. I'm not sure if there's any in LA County. I don't know if the one in Santa Barbara County is still operational, but that's the one that we went to.
I think
Right?
the last time we looked it up, it was a little bit on the pricier side, and I was like, oh my god, because it's supposed to be
Really?
just like a drive-in, yeah.
And you know what they used to do back then? It was a 2-for-1. They would show 2 movies for the price of 1.
Yeah.
So I remember that. But we have been to a drive-in theater. Maybe we should look that up.
That should be we should have a date
A
night.
date night. We recommend it. It's a lot of fun. And you get to hear the movie through the radio station.
And not just that, but you get to bring your own like snacks, pack everything.
Yeah.
Like you get to plan it a little bit better, right?
Exactly. I'm wearing my glasses. Shout out to the glasses crew. Let's go.
Yeah. Yes.
There's one in La Puente. Thank you, Brian Sevilla. There you go. Okay, there's one in La
Thank you,
Puente. I know there's
Brian.
one somewhere like, down here in SoCal. I just don't remember exactly where. But if you guys know where there are any drive-in theaters, put them in the chat.
Yeah, don't forget to let everyone know.
Today's also National Yo-Yo Day. Did you ever play with yo-yos?
All the time.
Really?
Yeah.
How about you guys? Did you ever play with the yo-yos? I did, because I'm telling you, I remember they used. I swear, there's like a traveling circus. I swear there was a company dedicated. Was it the Duncan Company? Does that sound familiar?
Is that what it was called?
Duncan
No,
Yo-Yos or something. But they would come to our school
Really?
and they would perform yo-yo tricks, and then at the end you can buy like the specialty yo-yos,
That's so cool.
the
No,
butterfly yo-yo, which
they
is
never
like
did that to us.
yeah, something like that.
I remember there was like a whole era with us, and yeah, it was big. So like you had to learn tricks with your yo-yo and stuff like that. Yeah, it was a whole phase. I feel like.
And that's just like in the back of my mind somewhere, core memory unlocked. And today also, really quickly, because we did celebrate Memorial Day last weekend, 80 years ago since D-Day. So shout out to all the vets
Yes.
and the armed forces, anyone that's serving or
Thank you for your
has served.
service.
Absolutely,
Yes.
we gotta say. Yo-yos were the OG. If you play with the yo-yo, you're an OG.
No, and then also if you need like all the tricks, right? Like how to like, and then it wouldn't get like tangled and stuff.
Yeah,
like
that's why you were amazed.
It wasn't just like okay, just like a regular yo. Like if you knew how to do tricks, like that was really cool.
I remember, yeah, Kira says the walking dog. I used to know how to do the walking dog and then like the little pendulum. I don't know if you guys know what I'm talking about.
The walking dog, yes. But
Yeah, the pendulum is the one where you like spin it and then you would like do the triangle and then try to swing it through the triangle.
What?
I was able to do that and the walking dog, and then there was another weird one that I couldn't do.
Do you think if I get yo-yo, you can still do
You're never gonna see me again.
it?
I'll have my own show, the Chris and Yo-Yo
I'm gonna
podcast.
order him a yo-yo too.
I broke
On
all the,
Amazon.
I broke all the yo-yos. Yeah, and you gotta be careful because you might hit yourself with the yo-yo. And
You
it
can
would hurt.
easily, also they were like easily, I feel like they were also delicate.
Yeah.
They didn't make them that well.
I agree. The Rock the Cradle, is that what it was called?
Oh,
I don't
yeah.
remember. There's so many
I
awesome
remember
ones.
that one sounds familiar.
That's amazing. You guys are awesome. All right, you guys. But yeah, how's everybody doing? Like we said, we had such a fun time yesterday. We're trying something new this month in June. We want to go live every single day and across all platforms, but of course YouTube is our home.
Yeah, so when we say that, it's not specifically just here, but just everywhere. Instagram, TikTok, here, so we're just trying to stretch ourselves everywhere because I feel like there's an audience at every platform, and we definitely want to reach everybody as much as we can, right?
Exactly. I agree. Are we using the mic? We are. Can you guys hear us well?
Yeah, how does it sound?
How does it sound? Sounds like the mic
it's
is not on. That's
can we
weird.
turn up the volume?
Yeah. It should be up all the way, actually. Should be fine. I haven't really messed much with the settings. You guys let us know.
You guys listen.
You guys let us know. Sounds
Oh,
good.
it sounds good.
Sounds good.
Yeah, maybe you should turn up your volume. Maybe that's.
Night 3 in a row watching you guys. For hubby and I, we love you. Thank you so much, Edith. Shout out to you guys. Thank you, thank you, thank you. It sounds like we're underwater. That's kind of weird.
What?
What's up,
That's
Ghosty Sun?
muffled.
Yeah, does it sound muffled? Honestly, we haven't messed with the settings or anything. We should be
Let
fine.
me see.
Double check, double check,
Let me check.
double check.
You're almost there, but don't panic. There's still more music to come before you're completely engulfed in the blissful embrace of that little light you see in the distance. Soon you'll be healed, forgiven, and refreshed, free from all trauma, pain, guilt, and shame. You may even forget your own name. But before you dwell in that house forever, here's 30 minutes of easy listening to some slow tracks on 103.5 Dawn FM. You're almost there, but don't panic. There's still more music to come before you're completely engulfed in the blissful embrace of that little light you see in the distance. Soon you'll be healed, forgiven, and refreshed, free from all trauma, pain, guilt, and shame. You may even forget your own name. But before you dwell in that house forever...
Yeah, we should be fine. I don't know what's going on, but as long as you guys can still kind of hear us, I guess we'll keep it going. We'll keep it going. I'm glad you guys like that. We worked on that all day today. We have to mention this news. Let's go Dodgers. We won today 11-7 against Pittsburgh. I think we lost yesterday. Boston sucks. NBA Finals are going on for all my sports fans. LAFC,
That's game on.
game 1 of the NBA Finals. If you guys are watching, LAFC sitting in 2nd place in the Western Conference. I'll take it. Let's go. Stanley Cup Finals begin on, I think, Saturday. Yeah, Saturday. Florida Panthers against Edmonton Oilers. So for all my sports people out there, I will be streaming again the Euro Cup and the Copa America later on this month when the soccer games start over again. So if you guys are watching those, I'll be watching those. We can watch them together. Let's see, what's everybody saying? Sounds better? Okay. Boston does suck. I know. We just don't want Boston to win at all. If you know, you know. Dawn FM, if you know, you know. Should we just jump into it?
Let's do it, yeah.
Are you guys ready?
I think that's the biggest news.
Let's just get into it. Kershaw's back next month. I hope so too, Andy. We've been rocking and rolling, but of course it's always nice to get a very experienced arm, you know, like Kershaw. You can't pay for that experience, you know. So fingers crossed. All right, Germany's winning the. Okay, Andy, you're calling it. Germany winning the Euros and Copa America is very hard. I agree. Copa America is very hard. What happened to Mexico yesterday? They lost 4-0 against Uruguay. Everyone's like pissed.
I didn't watch.
It's gonna be very
so I can't
interesting.
talk about it.
And Canada got whooped today too, so we'll see.
A lot of the times, I don't know if it does have to do a lot with the refs. So.
Yeah.
I
Gio
didn't get to watch, so.
what the heck? The refs. Blaming it on the refs. Gio and Grace, thank you guys so much for stopping by.
Bye,
Have a great night,
friends.
friends. Have a great night.
Yes.
All right, so if you don't know what's going on today, We finally got an announcement from Halloween Horror Nights
in June
for Hollywood.
Yes.
Finally, tickets are now available. They're already on sale. We know a lot of you guys have been messaging us or commenting that you already bought your tickets, you already got your RIP, you already
have dates scheduled.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. You've been asking us questions about the different tiers about the past.
So exciting. So exciting. But how does everyone feel that the first announcement is A Quiet Place? So you know what that means? That means the rumors were true. The rumors were true. A Quiet Place is coming to Halloween Horror Nights. Orlando and Hollywood. And it's going to be based on movie number 1 and movie number 2. Not the first, not the new one. Not the new one, not the upcoming Quiet Place Day 1.
I think I prefer that. Just because we're very familiar with it, so once we go through the maze itself, then we kind of know what we're like looking at, which I love, you know?
Yeah. I agree. I'll be honest with you guys, the teaser trailer, the trailer itself, the announcement kind of threw me off because it's a couple and they're doing laundry. Yeah. And then, stuff starts happening.
Yeah, I'm like, wait, has everybody watched it?
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
You know what? That's a good question.
Yeah.
You know what? Let's ask the chat. Can we give us a thumbs up if you've seen A Quiet Place? Either 1 or 2. Thumbs up, 1 or 2, yes. Thumbs down if you haven't seen any of them. So if you've seen number 1 or number 2, give us a thumbs up. Either one, maybe both, but at least 1 or 2. Thumbs down if you have not seen A Quiet Place at all. We just want to gauge the audience, see what you guys think. We've seen both.
We've seen both.
And they were both really good in our opinion.
So the first one you saw alone, right? Or did we watch? No, we watched both of them
We
together.
watched both together. We streamed them. We saw them here. Yeah. What'd you think about them?
I loved them.
They were good, right?
Yeah, and we were late into it.
Yeah.
We watched them not too long ago, actually. Yeah. So. It's
Um,
still very fresh in our mind.
Yeah.
I've seen both. Thumbs down.
You got to buy the freaking
thumbs
Fear Pass?
down.
Planning on
I'm
watching
watching
it?
it.
Okay.
Now you have to, Diego.
So it seems like you guys are half and half, pretty much. Half and half. You have seen it. Half of you have, some of you haven't.
How do you feel about one movies, baby?
I think the movies are great. I really enjoyed them. I enjoyed the first one. I don't want to spoil too much for those of you that haven't seen it, so I'm not going to say much right now, I guess. But from what we know, and I think I have it right here. Check it out. So it says it right, literally says it right here. Directed by John Krasinski. We're going to follow the Abbott family as they try to survive the aftermath of sightless creatures with a sharp sense of hearing that draws them to prey on anything that makes the slightest noise.
Yeah.
It's going to be a lot of fun, you guys. The movie was really fun.
Okay, so now that we just brought that up, right? Like if you haven't seen both movies, it takes me back to when they had Stranger Things the first time at HHN.
Okay.
And we were not interested at all because we had not seen the show.
Back in 2017?
Yes.
2018, the first Stranger Things?
And then a few years later, we watched the show, we caught up, and we're like, we regretted that we weren't caught up and that we didn't experience that.
Mm-hmm.
And they did, luckily, bring Stranger Things back. Sorry, you guys, you got to that.
Go ahead.
So yeah, years later, they did bring Stranger Things back. But I'm just bringing that up because I feel like if you do not watch the movies and you just go through the maze itself, you're not going to understand what you're seeing and you're not going to be interested, I feel like.
Yeah.
Because especially when it's super themed to something, you kind of have to know like what you're looking at. They're going to obviously play with different scenes, that you grab from the movie themselves. So I am going to say that. I think it is important for you to watch the movies. So watch 1 and 2, yeah.
You guys have homework.
Yes.
Before you go to Halloween Horror Nights,
Yeah.
we would definitely recommend watching Quiet Place 1 and 2. Part 1 and Part 2. They're so good. The third movie, it's a prequel. It comes out at the end of June, right? Is it the end of this month, I think we said?
Yes.
Yeah.
I think June
28th or something like that? Yeah.
I think June 28th.
Exactly. This is what makes it really interesting, though. Mirroring the silence in the films, the haunted house will embrace unique sound design, special effects, and adept performances of the scare actors to convey the ominous sense of dread depicted in the films. Consequential to the storyline, Halloween Horror Nights will incorporate the use of American Sign Language for the first time ever within A Quiet Place haunted houses to capture the authenticity of the film.
Yes.
This is the coolest thing
So amazing.
ever.
Yes.
Because, and again, John Murdy tweeted out, I think around, what was it, like maybe like 3 p.m., 3:30 p.m. He was like, hey, here's the first announcement. Ask me questions. I'll answer as many as I can. And he talked a lot about this. So this is the first of its class, the first house of this style.
Yeah.
Because we don't know what to expect. We might be getting scare actors or actors within the house.
Yeah.
They're gonna have to communicate using sign language.
Yeah.
Because that's how it is in the movies.
Yeah, and again, you'll only understand if you have seen the movie, so that's why I'm saying.
Yeah.
I think it's very important that you watch the movies. Yeah, because I mean, wouldn't you?
It would
agree?
make sense.
Yeah.
The way I picture it is these scare actors, just like I think someone brought it up, just like in The Last of Us with Joel and Ellie, where they're trying to help us, they're guiding us, right? The scare actors are going to try to communicate and help us.
But they can't.
But they can't talk.
Yeah, they can't talk.
Does that make sense? What do you guys think? What do you picture in your mind? I feel like every single little sound that we get, there's gonna be a monster. I think they're called, what are they called? Fallen angels or death angels? In the movie, they're called. The creatures have like a specific name, something like that. How does that sound to you?
Amazing. And I say amazing because it's totally something different than what we have gotten in the past.
Yeah.
Like they're introducing something different, which I'm all for it. We always ask for something different,
Mm-hmm.
And in that sense, they're giving us that, but then also we understand because we've already seen the movies too, so we already have that connection, So I'm super excited to see like what they have planned, throughout that actual house.
Let me see here. Fans will relive the tension that will come to life. Iconic scenes from the first two films, including traveling through the farmhouse that serves as the Abbott family's shelter and stepping into the root cellar where Evelyn Abbott escapes to give birth as one of the creatures closes in. That was a very iconic scene in the movie. The snarls of the larger-than-life predators will follow guests at every spine-chilling turn. And guests must remember, if they hear you, they will hunt you.
Okay.
Is there going to be some sort of element where, there has to be.
Scream or something.
There has to be some sort of element where it's going to make it, they're going to make it seem like they're following us. They're hunting us. There's no way it's going to be quiet throughout the entire house.
Yeah, there's no way.
There has to be background, like in the movie. Even in the movie, there's background noise, background music.
And you know what? I pray that it's not quiet because I'm probably going to be the loudest person going through there. When I first read that sentence, I was like, what? They expect me to be silent the whole time? I was like, no, there's no way.
There's no way.
Yeah.
There's no way.
Yeah.
And I think that's a lot of people, from what I'm reading, and you guys, we'll hit the chat in just a second.
Yeah.
But a lot of the comments are like, how is this going to work? This doesn't make sense. You have to be quiet. Really, you guys? You really think it's going to be quiet the entire time and then boom, just pop out of nowhere? Like, no.
Come on, you guys, give them some credit.
They
know what they're doing.
Put your creative thinking cap on for a second.
Yeah.
There's always some sort of eerie background noise. Even in the movie, like, you're out in the wilderness, there's forests, there's the waterfall sounds.
Which sometimes that's all it takes.
Crickets,
it doesn't have
bugs.
to be like an intense scare,
Yeah.
which that's why I'm excited because I feel like throughout the years that's kind of what we have become accustomed to with these events with houses, mazes and stuff like that. It has to be super intense. It has to be out there. So I'm very curious, to see how they're gonna make this work. And you know what? That might be the one that actually really gets a lot of people. Like if they incorporate a lot of different elements.
Exactly.
That we're not used to,
Exactly.
Yeah.
I totally agree. You know what? Let's hit the chat. Let's see what everyone is thinking. Halloween 365. How's it going, Judy? Good to see you.
Hi, Judy.
Do you think they'll have the nail scene? That's very specific. I would say no. That is a very good scene, but I don't think they'll have that scene. I think they're gonna have scenes. Again, it's like the farm, the cellar, and then going into town. So that seems like a very
specific. It's not one of the bigger scenes that
Yeah.
I feel
that works well in the movie, but I don't know if it's gonna work well as a house because it's like I don't know. We'll see. You never know.
Yeah.
You never know. The third one looks crazier than the first two. I agree, Earl. We're very excited for the new one because it's how it all started. And we did get a glimpse of this in the first one, right? The opening scene of A Quiet Place Part 1. It's at the baseball field. No spoilers. This is it's like they're at the baseball field, and then we see the creatures falling from the sky. And that's how it starts.
Yeah.
I believe that's part 1.
And I go back and compare it to us watching Breaking Bad first.
Okay.
And then watching Better Call Saul, which is kind of like going back and like seeing like reminders of like how things started.
Like flashbacks?
Yeah.
There are a few flashbacks
Right.
in the movies.
And it's kind of like going back.
I will say this though. It's going to be really exciting to do this house once we see the new movie. Right? After we see A Quiet Place Day 1, I'll be really excited for the house, even though we've already seen 1 and 2. So, let's see. If you guys have any questions about any of the, we'll talk about tickets in just a second. But if you guys have any questions, tickets are on sale.
Yeah.
I think someone commented earlier, is RIP worth it? We haven't done RIP, but according to all of our friends,
it's worth it.
All the perks you get, the buffet, unlimited express, the tour guide. Totally worth it, especially if you're just doing Halloween Horror Nights once.
Yes, and do you want to get into it right now? Or?
What did you want to add to that? You can add to that.
Well, yeah, I was going to say why we haven't done RIP.
We haven't done it yet, but from what we've heard, yeah.
So the reason why we haven't done RIP, you guys, is because we normally tend to get the freaking fear pass.
The freaking fear pass.
Which is, we get the privilege to go as many times as we want. We do have blackout dates, like usually on weekends, but we do tend to go back time and time again, you guys. So it's not really worth it because I mean RIP is just one time and you pay a big amount of money.
You're talking about like $300 to $400
for just one day.
Yeah,
and
for one night.
Us, we pay for the pass itself and we go numerous of times throughout the month. So to us it's not really worth it. But if you are just going one day, we would say, I mean, from what we heard from our friends that do just go one time, then they usually say that it's worth it. So,
exactly. Unlimited express. I think you get free valet parking. The buffet, you get snacks, treats, food, the tour guide, exclusive photo ops, things like that. Totally worth it for RIP. You got your RIP ticket already? Let's go, Edgar. Someone's gonna be walking into a wall. I know. Kira says it's gonna be so scary. Not interested in about the movie. We got Juan O'Mac Attacks. What's up, Juan? Thank you so much for hooking it up with a Sprite yesterday.
We still have each other enough.
Earl says you better tell people to lift their feet when they walk in the maze. I know that's gonna be so cool because they have sand to dampen the footsteps. You see, there's all these elements.
That's why you have to watch the movies.
Yeah, you have to watch the movies
to understand it and enjoy it. Yeah.
They are really good movies. They really are. I agree. So Callie says those monsters are definitely gonna make some noise. I can already picture a scene. Maybe we're walking through the farm or through the cellar, and they're gonna have the audio effects, the sound effects of the. Can someone confirm what they're called? Are they called fallen angels or death angels?
Exactly. It's been a while since we've seen them.
They have a specific name, but I can already picture us walking through the black walls, nothing but black walls, or hopefully, fingers crossed, it's a scene.
No, hopefully there's not that many black walls.
And you hear them like following you. You know what I memean?
Yeah.
I can already picture that right before you turn the corner, and then who knows what's on the other side of the corner. Yeah. I'm so excited for this. I really am.
Yeah, I'm just so curious to see how like creative they're gonna get with everything.
Yeah. The buffet is awesome, says Gerald. I trust. Yeah, there you go. We trust what you guys say. That we hear nothing but good things. The element is the element of surprise for sure, Pepe. I think the white sand on the ground. Finally, nice to have ran into you guys. What's up, Christian? Thank you so much, man. I appreciate it. Likewise.
Nice meeting you.
So nice to finally meet you. We may do a walk through the pharmacy where they get the supplies. Yeah, that would be a really cool spot too.
That would be, that's like a really core one in my head.
So there's the forest, there's the farm, walking into town, the pharmacy. They walk into like an industrial plant or a factory at some point as well. The waterfall area. Well, they can really do a lot.
Yeah, because even with Stranger Things, we were kind of a little bit disappointed with the scenes that they picked out.
Yeah.
We're like, they could have picked better scenes. So we'll see. They could go so many ways. Again, this is not just based on one. It's 1 and 2. So they have to pick the best ones. Again, a house is how long? They only have so much space.
Yeah.
And you're talking about 2 movies combined.
2-in-1.
Yes. So I don't know. Like what might mean to you, like what might stand out to us.
Mhm.
Like yeah, we don't know how they're also thinking. You know?
I agree.
Yeah.
This year, Unlimited Express also gets you into Super Nintendo World, unlike last year. So if you get Unlimited Express, you have access to Super Nintendo World. If you buy the 2 p.m. day combo, you have access to Super Nintendo World. So if you're going for the just for one time, those are totally worth it.
Yeah.
For sure.
And again, you guys, we have platinum, so we get to also go to the park as many times as we like.
Yeah.
Yeah. So.
Black Wall Maze, super cool. Yeah, thank you guys so much for being here with us, hanging out. Just make sure you lock in your light. We really appreciate it.
Oh, we got some ads.
Let's see. Ooh, wow. We're back. Some of us got ads. We'll turn those off eventually, actually.
We don't want you guys to miss anything.
Never thought I'll see A Quiet Place at HHN. I know, Judy, like, it was a big rumor out of nowhere, and it made sense because of the upcoming movie, but, like, we are fans of the movies.
Yeah. And not just that, but then also there's a lot of different movies that were like, okay, they're kind of up for, you know.
Rumor, like what?
Yes,
a lot of people
rumored,
were saying Silent Hill.
Yes.
And I would have loved the Silent Hill house. I really would have. I never did. I didn't do the one that came like a long time ago.
Yeah.
So.
But you know what? I'm not mad about it. Again, we're big fans of A Quiet Place, so I'm excited.
Yeah. Chat. Let's see what else we got.
Let's see. Also, where's Quiet Place? I didn't understand John's tweet.
Where is it? Okay, so you know what? Yeah, John Murdy did confirm that the Quiet Place house is going to be at the former Walking Dead area. So you know, right before you get into the Starbucks down New York Street, the Walking Dead, where the Walking Dead is, he did confirm it's going to be right there. So that's where we're going to have the Walking Dead. I was able to go to the park earlier today. Boom! We do have new merch. This is brand new merch, the first house. With every announcement, they drop merch. You know, so I was like, I gotta be there early, make sure I grab it. How are we feeling about the design? It says A Quiet Place. This is the back.
Yeah. So
Rule number 1.
Yeah, rule number 1, don't make a sound.
I'm excited. I really feel like they're gonna have a lot of fun with this. And they did also drop a mug. It is a heat reactive mug, so if you put hot water in there,
It pretty much shows the same picture as like the shirt itself.
Yeah,
the front of it.
You'll see the claw marks, and you'll see this this person's like just that. That's the logo. So heat reactive. The mug is $20, and the shirt is $33.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we were at City Walk later on in the day, you guys, and we did see that they also do have them available at the Universal.
The Universal Monster Store.
Yeah, towards the back.
And at the studio store at City Walk.
Yeah.
So you can
So
buy them
they do
at
have them there.
2 stores and then inside the park at City Walk. I'm just glad. I agree. I'm glad it's not a white shirt. I don't really like wearing white shirts. It just gets dirty, you know, so really fast.
You're worried the whole time about like if you get anything on it. Especially me as a girl that wears a lot of makeup. Like white does not do good with me at all.
Yeah. Let's see. The Walking Dead area. Hopefully they redid the layout from the Walking Dead area. Don't want it to feel similar to Horror Hotel and Evil Dead Rise. You know what, Diego? That's a good point. And yeah, according to John Murdy's tweets, we're gonna hop into those in a little bit. He did say that they've been slowly and quietly rearranging that entire area. So I have a feeling that they've been gutting it out and clearing it so that it's not the exact same layout. Because I agree, Horror Hotel was fun. But because it was supposed to be Evil Dead Rise 2 years ago, last year Evil Dead Rise, it was like literally the same layout.
And that was my same reaction as soon as we went through it the first time. I was like, I kind of expected. I already knew where like things were gonna be because of the year before.
It was the same layout,
Yeah,
same walkthrough, just yeah.
The scares were like in the exact same area.
Yeah. But no, John Murdy did say that they've quietly and slowly been redoing the entire area. So it might not be the same walkthrough. I can picture it in my mind. You go through the little brick arch.
Yeah.
You make a left. You go through like the hospital hallway. You make another left. You got the elevator door shaft. You make another left. You go down. You make
like
another left.
Wave. Yeah.
You know, if you've done it enough times, you can picture
You've been
it.
through it so many times.
If you know, you know. But no, it's not supposed to be the same layout this year, which is pretty exciting. Design is okay and could have used a different font for the back. Yeah, the back seems a little small. Where it says Rule 1, like, don't make sound. Don't make a noise, yeah. Mondo went live in the morning. He showed her Instagram reel going to HHN. Pointed the skull with the mohawk on the mug. That same skull was on the speculation map near Harry Potter. Yeah, we actually, thank you so much, Denise, for pointing that out. Because we did notice that too, and it is one of the scare zones. We're going to go over the latest speculation map in just a minute too. Very plain design, just like last year's first drop for The Last of Us. I'm just glad it's not a white shirt, to be honest.
Yeah. Again, we even said the same thing about, yeah. They could get so much more creative when it comes to like different HHN merch. For example, I feel like they could have done such a better job when it came to the weekend merch.
Yeah, even the weekend merch 2 years ago.
I'm like, it's the weekend. I'm like, you could have done so much better.
I agree.
Yeah.
I agree.
But do you want to name a couple of your favorites from last year, like merch wise? I feel like with the terror term, I really like that.
Larry Larva was dope.
That one was. I feel like that's the one that I still see people wearing a lot.
Yes.
I feel like that was the number one that people loved.
That one and the Monster shirt.
And the Monster.
Pretty dope. Yeah, I agree. Those are probably my favorite ones from last year.
Yeah.
I love the Larry Larva poster, the Larry Larva, the hoodie.
It's just very like vibrant.
Yeah, exactly.
I think that's what we want. We don't want it. We don't want it to feel like, okay, it's just like a shirt and then just one picture just slapped on it.
Yeah.
Especially if it's black.
Exactly.
You know, and if it's the contrast of like the red and the black, it doesn't really go. So, yeah. It makes it seem like very plain, right?
I wish the shirts were the other way around. Like you'd rather have the picture in the back and then like the rule in the front.
What do you prefer, baby? Front or back?
You know what?
Comes to, like, a design.
To me, it doesn't really matter.
Yeah.
I do like what is in the back.
Yeah.
But then I wear a backpack a lot, so then you can't see it.
For me, I'd rather have it in the front because, like, let's say if I do put on like a hoodie or something, then it won't cover it up. So I prefer it in the front.
Not a fan of the merch, t-shirts. Speaking of a quiet place, why should you always throw a party in a haunted house? Ghosts will always bring the booze. You know El Pepe de Pepes?
Oh, I already knew. I was
Pepe.
like, Pepe de Pepes.
I'm pinning that right now. I'm pinning that for now.
That's pin worthy right
Hi Victoria, good to see you. Thank you so much for stopping by. So maybe a potential scare zone of the mug, since the skull was a Halloween event weeks/months ago. See if you can show the HHN mug from Five Fires. Discovered another speculation. Okay, you know what? You guys want to see the speculation map? Any other questions on A Quiet Place? So essentially, yes, we got our first announcement. We got merch. We now know where it's going to be. If you guys would like to, actually before I show the speculation map, let me go over a few tweets that John Murdy did reply to. And then we'll go over the spec map, because there's still so many unconfirmed rumors.
I know we're so happy about what we got today, but you guys, that's not even scraping of...
Not even scraping the barrel.
Not at all.
There's another rumor going on that kind of worries me, that I'm like, oh, I'm kind of sad about.
Wait.
The one we were talking about. I don't know. All right, I don't know. Let's see. Larry Larva photo op for RIP is crazy scary. We didn't get, I don't know, Joe, we didn't get to see that, but it looked really cool.
Which one?
The Larry Larva on the Terror Train last year. They had their own little entrance for RIP.
Oh, okay, yeah.
I want to hit the chat real quick.
I'm so happy that it goes to November 3rd, says Gavin. Denise says, tell us. Let's start a quiet challenge to the house. Walk through. Try not to scream through the house.
Everyone's going to fail.
I already lost.
I already lost too. No freaking way.
Yeah. Especially through like the first walkthrough. Like, no. Hi, Victoria. Say hi to Victoria. Let's see. Yeah, we're caught up.
We're caught up? Okay. So really quickly, let's go through these. So John Murdy was replying to people with sound design as a key aspect. Are you guys looking for ways to additionally dampen and reduce bleed of external audio for portion by portion of the house? Shout out to Alexander and Bush. All were a part of our considerations. We actually did a mock-up before HHN ended last year. At some point in time last year, they tested audio and ways to work with the sound effects to either dampen, strengthen, or mix certain elements. Just so you guys know, John Murray's already working on Halloween Horror Nights for next year.
For next year, I know. We already got those surveys that are asking us questions, and that only means that they're already getting started for next year.
He said it himself. He's already working on something for next year. So they think ahead a lot.
Yeah, and it makes sense. I mean, it takes a lot more than just putting up walls and stuff like that. No, like it has to go through like approval through numerous stages, you know. So it does take up to a year. Yeah.
Looking forward to see what you and your team create out of this. Watching the movies tomorrow to study up. Watch the movie, you guys. Watch the movies. Quick question: all of the actors within the house, are they going to be learning sign language, or only certain actors for certain scenes? Shout out to Jonathan Stewart. I always try to stay as true to the film as possible, and that makes sense. So that means to me, yes, we are going to be having scare actors who know sign language, ASL, and they might be. I don't know sign language. Does this mean thank you? I think that's all I know. Thank you, or I forget what this means. I know very few, and I've wanted to learn because we have run into like team members or cast members. Remember one time, team members, they sign, hard of hearing, and I'm like, I want to communicate. I want to say thank you. So I say with my mouth, like, thank you. Thank you.
Team members that are hard of hearing, they normally do have a sign with them, and then they'll let you know that they can hear you, and then have to communicate.
Yeah, and I would love to know the basics. But this to me is like yes. This means yes, we're gonna have scare actors, team members, characters that are like fluent in ASL, in sign language, and that's gonna be amazing. You can say so much. You already do. We speak with our hands. Say that louder.
I feel like I speak a lot with my hands.
This is Crystal.
I'm surprised you have never said that.
I do too. That's why I haven't said anything.
You think so?
Oh yeah, for sure.
I'm always like waiting because I feel like I always use my hands.
I don't know about that, Albert. I don't know. I'm sure they can. I think this might be one, something like that. Why is it that we always learn the bad words in any other language? Why?
They speak for yourself.
That's everybody.
I don't.
That's funny.
Speak for yourself.
Let's see. Was it this one? I thought this one was really interesting. So Evan Jenkins said, for any haunted house you design, whether this year or past years, is there any logic as to which locations you put them in through the park, or is it just random in a sense, or based on size of facade? And John said, no, there's absolutely logic. Of course, they design certain houses for certain locations.
Especially here in Hollywood, you guys. I feel like throughout the...
Go ahead.
I was going to say specifically here in Hollywood, you guys, we have seen throughout the years where facades pop up in like random areas, like behind the money. I'm like, they have to work with that whole area. We do have one in the soundstage, which, I mean, it's not surprising, but...
What was the soundstage?
We use a whole Curious George parking lot. Like, we use a parking lot, you know, like different areas like that, because we're just so limited with space. So they do have to be very strategic when it comes to, you know, coming up with ideas and, you know, making it work.
I agree. Yeah. Over the past, ever since COVID, since lockdown, they've been using different locations, different areas for, you know, for houses, like lot H, the Curious George parking lot. But this is what I found interesting. There's absolutely logic, of course. You know, you gotta. They design these houses for specific locations. They try to spread out the main marketing ones, so like, you know, like IPs. Except last year, that wasn't by design to have Stranger Things, The Exorcist, and The Last of Us in the lower lot. That's just how they had to do it, and that was what created a huge mess for early entry, because you had Holidays in Hell,
everything was all downstairs,
Stranger Things, The Last of Us, and The Exorcist. Some of the biggest IPs were all in the same area. So for this year, according to the spec map, it does look like it's more evenly spread out.
Spaced out. Yeah.
But you never know. You never know. We'll move on from that. This one is interesting. Is Hollywood different than Orlando, like Stranger Things was? Sure, why not? They had a different scene in Stranger Things than we did. So Orlando, it's not going to be identical. They might have 1 or 2 extra scenes than us. Different scenes.
And you can see by the way he answered. He said, sure, why not?
Yeah. Have you wanted to do a style/concept of a house for a while, like this? He said, sure. Been talking about it for years. We'll hit the chat just a second.
Yes,
There
we'll
was
catch up right now, you guys.
what? Look, kind of a weird question, but will this house be quiet? Very different approach with audio.
Okay.
So that's what I was saying. This house is not going to be quiet or silent. There's always going to be.
There's no way.
Yeah, it won't make any sense. There's always going to be background music, background noises. You know, maybe white noise.
Yeah,
something
and again,
like that.
maybe not to the extent that we're used to, which I'm excited about. You know, something different. I feel like that's what we ask for every year, something different.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Is there going to be some animatronics in this house? Good idea.
I love his answer.
What is the end scene going to be like? Maybe we escaped from the Death Angels or the Fallen. You know what? It's bugging me. I got to know what the names are. What are they called?
I know, I'm surprised you haven't. Alright, let's see. Thank you so much, Rena. Thank you. She said, Crystal, your makeup is so pretty today. Thank you.
They are called Death Angels.
The Quiet Place maze sounds like it could be pretty scary. Imagine walking through a maze without any background sound and then alien scare actors pop up in front of you with sudden loud noises.
No, thank you. I would be so scared already.
That's why I feel like if we start the challenge about like just staying quiet, I'm like, there's no way that I'm gonna be okay.
Yeah, I agree. We do have a super chat from Victoria.
Oh my God,
C.
Victoria.
Dropping a 10 spooky dollars. Thank you so much, Victoria.
For blessing us with that $10 super chat.
Oh my goodness, thank you. I wish they would have the Metro sets instead of the Terror Tram for a change. We're right there with you.
I know.
I really missed the
Or
Metro
why not
sets.
both again? Yeah.
Terror Tram and Metro sets.
Yeah.
I really do. I really wish they would have brought the Metro sets. I was hoping they would this year, but
I just feel like they're very busy with filming. Yeah, there's just a lot going on right now with the movie industry. And we see it. We see it because we visit a lot.
Yeah.
And we say that because if there's one thing that we always do during our visit is we go do the studio tour. And, you know, they usually let you know if there's filming going on. So they are putting those sets to use. So, yeah, that's the reason why.
It might not be so much cost effective for them this year. So I hope we get them next year. I miss the Metro sets. It was one of the best things ever, to be honest.
I feel like we took it for granted, all of us.
We did. We all took it for granted.
Now that we don't have it, we're like,
I agree. Thank you so much, Victoria. We appreciate it.
Thank you. Can you hear them?
No, wasn't working the first time.
So should I bring out the bell then?
Yeah.
Yes. Like I miss ringing the bell. We'll ring the bell for Victoria.
I'll work it out.
Thank you so much.
They should have a DJ as well. Yeah, we've mentioned that so many times too. They used to do that for Throwback Thursdays. They had a cover band play 80s music in the lower lot, right in front of Jurassic World, just like last night. The same stage, same setup.
I know, yeah. We had a lot of people. We ran into a couple of you guys and we're like, yeah, they used to do this like every Thursday, which we would attend to.
I wish they would bring that back. At Universal Studios Orlando, HHN 30, they had a house called Fiesta de Chupacabras, and it took place in a Spanish village, and all of the scare actors were speaking Spanish. No way, Lisa. That's so cool. Wow. That's pretty dope. We have noticed for Monstros, I'm pretty sure we heard a few lines that were in Spanish. You know, that would be really cool to do that here. So.
Well, the name themselves also, you know.
Monstros.
Yeah.
I wonder if they'll have a big one like the Queen Alien from Alien's House several years ago.
Let's get that, yes.
Let's see.
Sorry, guys, we're letting the ads play. We have some long ones.
Blocks Player says the Quiet Place maze sounds like it could be pretty scary. Imagine walking through a maze without any background. Oh, I think you were there. Yeah, and then boom, they come out of nowhere. I mean, it's not going to be like that though. I know the same FX company that did Monstros masks and the Giant Chucky are doing some work for a Quiet Place.
I'm excited. I'm super excited. And again, this is just one announcement. And we're excited because it's the first one, but there's so much more that's to come. So.
Exactly.
Yeah, this is only the beginning.
So there we have it, you guys. We know it's confirmed. Walking Dead maze, the Walking Dead house is going to be where it's at. Are you still going to use the same layout as Universal Hotel and Evil Dead? Secretly working on that space for a while. So no, it's not going to be the same layout as all the previous ones. I think that's pretty much all the important stuff that he replied to. So with that being said, let's go over the speculation map. Boom. We can dissect this. Okay. So this is version 3. Version 3 of the speculation map. That was released, I think, last week, right? What's going on, Gabriel? Good to see you.
Hi, Gabriel.
No worries. The first Quiet Place movie was super scary. They were good, Victoria. They were really good.
Yeah, it wasn't just watching them
Yeah.
for sure. Yeah.
Where do we start with this? Because there are a few noticeable differences you guys are talking about. You know what? I'll start with the right side of it. Again, shout out to Horror Night Nightmares over on Instagram and Twitter.
Yes.
This is their speculation map. What's up, Steve?
Hi, Steve.
Minove says your nails are popping, but where are the lashes?
No, I'm not a lash girl.
She doesn't use lashes.
Yeah. Obviously, you haven't been tuning into the solos.
Steve, if you want your nails to look pink like hers, you should have tuned in on Monday. She did her nails on Monday. But good to see you, Steve. Good to see you. I'm sure, hopefully, we'll run into you at Halloween Horror Nights this year. Again, so really quickly, yeah, speculation map. Terror Tram is going to be a Blumhouse takeover. What are we going to see, though? Who are we going to see? What characters are we going to see? Everyone still wants Five Nights at Freddy's. But how would they make that work for the Terror Tram? I have no idea. Where would they be? Because there's no way we're going to have those huge animatronics coming at us when we're walking through the Bates Motel, World of Worlds, and the Psychopath.
And we see that because whenever it comes to the Terror Tram itself, they keep things very minimal.
Yeah.
For that reason, because they have people roaming and walking around. So, like, for example, as soon as we get off, yes, we get welcomed by, like, usually some chainsaws.
Mm-hmm.
But everything after that, like, heading to, like, the Bates Motel, they're caged off. We have people, like, on the sides, but they're caged off, you know?
They're in sections.
Yes.
So.
You walk into the Bates Motel, everything is very sectioned off. Very, like, little scare zones. They're not that big. You know, everything's very controlled, very minimal. So, yeah, I mean, how are they going to make that work?
It's really hard to decorate the Terror Tram.
Yeah.
It's going to be really interesting because they're celebrating the 60th anniversary.
Yeah, exactly.
And that ends August 11th.
Yeah.
You're telling me you're going to have 1, 2, 3 weekends. 3 weeks to remove all the Bates Motel area 60th anniversary celebration props and glamour tram, and then set up for Terror Tram. I mean, it's doable, but that's a lot of work.
It is doable because it is very minimal. That
yeah,
they
it's
keep
just
everything there very minimal, just walls.
They just put
and
wooden walls, you know. How do you guys feel? How do you guys feel about that?
Yeah.
What if we see the grabber on the Terror Tram this year? Instead of having the show, the Horrors of Blumhouse or whatever it was called, you know, we'll see. There's a few Blumhouse characters that can make a comeback. Ghostbusters Frozen Empire, at this point, like unconfirmed, but has to be like 80-90% sure it's Ghostbusters.
How would you feel about that?
I don't mind Ghostbusters at all. I love Ghostbusters.
I mean, it's a classic.
Yeah.
They have been, you know, different movies along, which I mean. The evolution of it hasn't been that great, but I mean, it's the Ghostbusters still at the end of the day, right?
And then, of course, like Insidious at this point is like pretty much confirmed too. So we're gonna get the Ghostbusters house and the Insidious Red Door, like Curious George parking lot H. That's gonna draw a crowd. So they're already drawing a huge crowd towards that area, according to the speculation map. Before we get into the scare zones, which are new, everything is pretty much the same. And then we'll spill some tea. We're either going to get a Bride of Frankenstein house, like sequel, or it's going to be Scream Queens. Silver Scream Queens, which was amazing. That scare zone was amazing. So, and then Texas Chainsaw Massacre. This can't be Saw because Saw is over at Six Flags. So how do you guys feel about Texas Chainsaw Massacre? Leatherface making a return. We haven't had Leatherface since 2021, I want to say.
I feel like that's going to be our Exorcist from last year. With all the smells and like the scents,
yes.
I feel like that's what it's gonna get. Hold on, there's an ad.
That's what it's literally gonna be.
Yeah. If you guys haven't seen that movie, I mean, I feel like that's what I'm comparing it to. I feel like Yeah, we're gonna get all the scents and the
I remember. I remember
yeah.
the smells from Texas Chainsaw.
If it is that, that's what we're gonna get from that one. So
I'm
already calling it. Be ready for it.
If you haven't been, I feel like these past few years they've been pumping the scents, making them a little bit stronger than usual.
They're trying to get rid of us.
Of course, now we know, yes, that we do have a quiet place at the Walking Dead location.
Confirmed.
The Parisian Courtyard is supposed to be another Monstros-inspired house, Monsters of Latin America. From what we've heard, it's going to be El Cucuy, La Llorona, and then one other mystery. Not El Silbón. No, El Silbón was last year.
Okay, there was another one that we...
La Lechuza and La Tlahuelpuchi or whatever. No, it's not going to be any of those three.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. People want a Silbón house, like his own house. But I think it was perfect just giving them 3 different sections of the house. So, from what we've heard, most
they usually tend to be one of our favorites, so...
Yeah.
I'm excited for that one.
Then we also have, over at the Mummy Q, this one is interesting. Oh my gosh, okay. This one right here with the little shelter, the little bunker. Okay? It's either going to be Toxic Tunnel or there was an original house in Orlando called Dead Exposure. And I'm not too familiar with it. I have not seen any POVs. If you guys have, let us know. What do you think? But it's either going to be a Toxic Tunnel-ish house, or we are getting an Orlando original, like Scarecrow. Scarecrow was an Orlando original before we got it here in Hollywood. Dead Exposure. But it's going to be some sort of zombie-ish, ghoulish house. I'm okay with that. I like originals. Originals they get so creative with originals.
Yeah. It's been a while too since we've done zombies.
Yeah.
So I wouldn't be mad about that.
You wouldn't be mad about them?
Yeah, right?
Okay, I agree. And before we talk about this one right here, a lot of you guys are talking about these right here. And I want to bring this up really quickly. Before we do that, before we get to the hot stuff, because this is actually pretty important, can we get a vibe check? How's everybody feeling? We've been live for just over an hour.
Yes. It's 9:45, you guys. Again, we have 88 of you guys rocking with us. We do thank you for spending your Thursday Thursday with us.
Yeah, Thursday
Thursday with us. We were super excited to come back. It's been a while since we did Thursday.
Yes. Yeah. Can we get some fires and pumpkins? And hands up, members, let's see the Bride and Monster hearts. Because we love talking about this stuff. I love Halloween Horror Nights. Cristal loves Halloween Horror Nights. We love all the spooky talk. And we just got so excited to talk about this today.
I know, we had different plans. We had totally different plans today, but we kind of got word that we were going to get an announcement today, so we're like, you know what, let's
do this.
The plans have to switch up.
So if you guys are enjoying it with us, drop some vibes in the chat.
Hopefully you guys feel the same way.
We're getting our energy from you right now. If you guys are having a good time, that means we are having a good time. Before we get into the hot stuff, the juicy stuff, drop those vibes. Hi Sandra, good to see you, friend. How are you? Dead Exposure is different. That had a pop-up tent in the facade. Interesting. Hollywood needs more announcements. Yeah, it's going to be non-stop from here. I feel like every other week we're going to get something, you know? A vegetarian, so that was nauseating. Oh my gosh, Victoria, imagine that. Being a vegan or vegetarian.
It was, yeah.
Ugh.
I feel like even me, I'm not that sensitive, but
yeah.
I even thought about it. I'm like, should I wear a mask next time that I come to me?
Monstros was intense for sure. Albert, you'll love Texas Chainsaw. It's good. Oh, well, yeah. You never got to do it, but you're from Texas. You're going to love it for sure.
Oh my God. I don't know if that makes it better or worse. I used to live in Georgia, and that's what scared me. I felt like I was so close.
So you thought Leatherface was real?
Yeah, he was a drive away.
I mean, it was based on a real serial killer,
That's
right?
why.
But it wasn't a real story. Kind of. Yes and no. Yes and no.
I don't know. With the original one, they did show like some. I don't know.
Nah, it was made of footage.
Okay.
If it makes you feel any
they
better.
were like reenacting, I guess, reenacting some real scenes.
Thank you guys so much for that vibe check. That means you guys are having a great time. Thank you guys. Thank you everybody. Thank you Sandra. Thank you Robert, Randy,
We appreciate
Andrea,
you guys.
Emmanuel, Jordy, RTL, Diego, Victoria, Hector,
Marco,
Michelle, Denise,
Gabriel, Hector,
Albert,
Albert.
Benjamin. Let's
Thank
go.
you.
Thank you, friends. Would be cool if they made Last Voyage of the Demeter into a maze. That movie was okay. It wasn't bad. I expected a little bit more. And we know there's going to be a sequel to that movie just because of the way it ended. And that was actually early speculation. But I think that was last year, right? I think that was last year.
Yeah.
The speculation for last year. But yeah, this speculation map has changed a lot.
Angel!
We got Angel in the chat. What's up, Angel?
Angel.
Shout out to Vegas.
Yes.
The Luchador masks possibly a scare zone. The halfway to Halloween event. If I'm not wrong, I think Junior took a bit of some Luchador masks with creepy teeth. Yep, we did speak to our friends, a few of our friends that were over the weekend at Monster Palooza.
Yeah.
That's what we want to talk about.
That's why we're like picking each other's brains yesterday. Each other.
Exactly. We were just
like so many things.
talking Halloween horror. Okay. So now we have scare zones in the speculation map.
Oh, yeah.
And if you guys notice, the top one on the left, it's a like a luchador mask.
Brian says Leatherface barbecue.
You
You know what, babe? You should. I've got to rewatch the first one, the one that actually did it for me.
You guys heard that? Say it again to the mic.
Should we do what?
Say it again. Say it again.
Okay, you guys. So the reason why I hate, well, my my fear for scary movies started out with the Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
Did it really?
Yes. And I saw it in theaters, and then after that I was like, never again. I'm never gonna watch a scary movie again. Because after that I was like so scared. I couldn't even sleep. I started sleeping with my brother. That's how scary it was. Yeah, maybe we should watch it together.
I'm gonna watch Texas Chainsaw Massacre with you.
Yeah.
All of them.
Yeah, we should.
You know there's more than one. And remix.
No,
Watch party
I
coming
stopped
soon.
at the first one.
What the heck? Yeah, Albert, exactly. Confirmed. We're getting a Nacho Libre scare zone. Confirmed. Luchadores.
Finally.
It's about time. Get that corn out of my face. I believe in science.
They just have like hanging corns.
Hanging corns. That's Nacho Libre's worst nightmare. We are getting a Nacho Libre inspired scare zone.
We usually do have like a maze that has just a lot of hanging different things. Like for Killer Clowns, it was like what? What did they have hanging?
Oh, the little bags.
Yeah.
And yeah.
And then
like
for which one do they have like hanging pigs for?
that
They always
was
have, like,
Monstros.
Yeah.
We're getting hanging corns.
Yes.
Corn stalks.
You can see it happening.
Nacho! But no, so yeah, and a shout out to our friends, because if you guys follow our friends, Brian Sevilla, Junior, Mondo reposted it as well. Luchadores, like monster, maybe vampire, luchadores, scare zone. I'm with that. And you know why that makes sense? Because that's supposed to be on French Street.
Mhm.
That's the exit for the Monstros house.
Yeah.
So if we get a Latin-inspired house, you exit into a Latin-inspired scare zone. That's been the pattern.
That there's always a connection with those two. Yeah, there's always a connection, and I mean it makes sense. You're walking out of the maze itself, and then you get walked through like the same experience. So yeah, there has to be a connection there.
So El Cuckoo is gonna scare you, and you're gonna walk out and be scared by Nacho Libre. According to Sandra, he'll be like, "You like my stretchy pants?" He'll be like, "Chancho, Chancho, you bar some
Oh
sweats."
my god, that is so funny.
There you go. Or El Esqueleto
Ay, ay.
is gonna come and scare you.
I like the way Sandra's thinking.
I like it.
Yeah.
Luchador inspired. Are you guys with it? It might sound outlandish, but no. From what we've seen and what we've heard, that sounds like fun. That sounds so cool to me. Thumbs up in the chat if you're with it. Thumbs up in the
I
chat.
can already see the long lines building up for that one.
Yeah. Is gonna be a line for the elotero? I love Nacho Libre. I love that movie.
Ay, ay, ay.
And then you're gonna be hearing, I am, I think I am, I know I am.
I feel like I know what
a
we're gonna watch
very
is when we're
religious
cooking
man.
tonight, babe.
I love Nacho Libre. I love it. I love it. I know, man, but they should bring a ring. That's what we said. If they had a little ring, that would be so cool. And an announcer. That would be awesome.
What if they have like fights in between, you know?
Exactly. That would be amazing. That would be so dope. What's up, Benjamin? How's it going?
Hi, Benjamin.
We also got Brian. What's going on, Brian? Good to see you. No worries. No worries. Yeah, thumbs up. You guys are with it for sure. ¿Quién es el santo patrono de los zapatos? Sandalia.
Is that a couple of words? Yeah. Yeah, we have to that.
Thank you, Pepe. Thank you very much. That's amazing. That's great. I love that. We're gonna have to wear elbow and knee pads to go through the scare zone. Exactly.
Yeah.
What's up, Chris? How's it going? Hola, amigos. Saw y'all across escalators yesterday at Universal. Hope you had a good time. We had so much fun yesterday.
Again, shout out to all of you guys that did come up and say hello to us. It was nice meeting all of you guys.
Yeah. Victoria says Nightmare on Elm Street is what scared her growing up. So everybody has that one movie. If you guys want to share with the class,
yeah, that's a good question.
What movie scared you as a kid? Like, what movie really scared you as a kid? So for you, it was Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
What was yours, baby?
Victoria says it was Nightmare on Elm Street. For me, I think it was probably The Exorcist.
Really?
It really did scare me as a kid, but I really liked it. I don't know why. I just always liked scary movies.
But what was one that like you lost sleep over? Yeah, because if you didn't lose sleep over, then I don't know if that's called like.
Okay. If you didn't lose sleep over, it didn't count.
Yeah.
Hey, it's Thirsty Thursday. It's almost late night crew having fun here.
I think that's a real question.
What movie really like traumatized me as a kid? I mean, I loved all horror movies, but the one moment that really gave me goosebumps that I'll never forget was Signs. The alien movie, the Brazilian footage. If you know, you know. And you haven't seen that movie yet. I've been meaning to show her that movie.
I've been meaning to?
No.
You doesn't want to rewatch it?
I actually do want to rewatch it because it's a really good movie.
Alright, well, we're free this weekend, so we're going to watch it.
Yeah, that part really got me.
What is it called? Because I have to remember Signs.
Signs. Oh, don't worry, I won't forget. Let's see what everyone is saying. Salem's Lot. That's a great movie.
Friday the 13th.
Hopefully they change the plaza somehow. I know, Jordy. Plaza Los Muertos. They'll have fun with it. What if they put a ring inside Plaza Los Muertos for the luchadores?
I just feel like it's very tough when it comes to Plaza de los Muertos because they do utilize that area specifically for food and drinks, which we do need in the upper lot.
Yeah.
So it's kind of hard.
It's tricky
for them to actually really drastically like change it up because the bars and the food area is not going to go anywhere.
Yeah.
So then they only have like limited amount of space to work with it. Yeah.
If it's working, they're not going to change it.
Yeah.
I agree with you for sure.
And again, it's always the same theming with what's around it for a reason. You're in that same area, so it has to work with what, especially because you can see the plaza from when you're waiting in the line for the house, you know. So. And
exiting the scare zone, you exit pretty much there.
Yeah.
Friday the 13th, The Ring, Alien, Wishmaster, Texas Chainsaw. The Grudge was a great movie. That one really was creepy for sure. OG Evil Dead, that was a good one, Chupa Chap. Exorcist for me. The $1 million question is, how many Nacho Libre shirts are we going to see on opening night? Brian, I'm down if you're down. Count me in. That's already 2 Nacho Libre shirts. Poltergeist traumatized me. Your bedroom had a tree right outside like in the movie. Poltergeist is a great movie. I loved Poltergeist, the house, a few years ago. Children of the Corn. I saw Dawn of the Dead when I was 5 in theaters, Brian Sevilla, so that you got that, yeah. That makes sense. That was awesome. That's an awesome movie, though. And Alien. When the alien walks by, Nightmare. That's the one that got me, for sure. Child's Play, but I love the whole Chucky verse when I was an adult. Chucky was...
How did you feel about Chucky?
Child's Play was never scary to me. I just really enjoyed it.
I feel like that was one that was scary for me.
Really?
Yeah, because growing up, dolls were just like very...
I loved watching Child's Play 1 and 2. 2 is probably my favorite one.
But yeah, I mean, now I agree with you. Now looking back, I'm like, okay, not scary at all. But as a young kid, you're like, this doll, I could just move. And imagine,
serial killer.
Yeah, being around like dolls. And I was very much a girl that was not into like
dolls,
Barbies, or anything like that. Yeah, so it was a little bit scary for me.
Jeepers Creepers is a good one. Jeepers Creepers. What's up, Randy? The Grudge, especially that blanket scene. Oh my gosh, that blanket scene is crazy. Please tell me you've seen The Grudge. No? Oh my gosh.
Babe, I'm telling you, as soon as I watched the Texas Chainsaw Massacre, I just did not watch scary movies. I'm not kidding. I stayed away from everything.
The Judge is the Judge.
The Judge.
Judge Judy.
I love Judge Judy.
The Grudge is gonna creep you out. It really is. I need to start writing these down in order.
Yeah.
I really do.
Yeah, we normally do tend to save a lot of...
yes, Jordy, the watch party, The Grudge.
Like old school scary movies for like all of October. We keep up with like the movies that are playing now, but usually all of October we do try to like watch a different movie whenever we can. So keep that in mind, baby.
Damn, crazy. Poltergeist still holds up today. It does. Poltergeist is a great movie. El Chucky Lozano, not El Chucky Lozano. By the way, Chucky Lozano I think just got signed to the future MLS team in San Diego. So
How old is Chucky Lozano?
there you go.
How old is Chucky Lozano?
I don't know. How old is Chucky? Like 31, 32 maybe? The clown in Poltergeist still scares me. Also Poltergeist and Exorcist, close second. I agree. I hold a grudge for anyone that hasn't seen The Grudge. I love that event that goes into Sunday. Exactly. We haven't mentioned it, but yes, the opening night of Halloween Horror Nights is Thursday, September 5th, and that goes into Sunday, November 3rd.
Yeah.
And that's the first thing we said. We're going to be able to celebrate Dia de los Muertos at Halloween Horror
I
Nights.
think I already have our own.
So we get a few extra days this year. So yeah, Frequent Fear Pass, totally worth it for $209. Amityville Horror is a creepy movie. The remake, I don't think I saw the original. The remake with Ryan Reynolds, right? There's a remake with Ryan Reynolds. That one is the one I saw. That one's pretty scary. Based on a true story.
I like how you remember these now, but then when I'm like, okay, what scary movie should we watch? Like, he doesn't even know.
There's so many options. I lose
I'm
myself.
like, do you just block them out yourself?
Yeah. Put The Grudge at the top of my list to watch with you next.
You know what? Next time, I'm just gonna ask on Instagram. I'm gonna like, send us your recommendations.
Brian, we did. So over in Orlando, they're offering a premium Scream night. It's like the unofficial opening night. Official opening night. Limited tickets to experience Halloween Horror Nights in Orlando. It was like $372 with tax and like $365 for annual passes and limited tickets. Yeah, so if you're in Orlando, and we actually had a few people ask us if we're going to have that here, and I'm like, I don't think so. Orlando just has way more capability of these things, and they have way more to experience when it comes to Halloween Horror Nights. But low crowds, and you'll be able to do everything for like over $300. I don't know how I feel about that. Might as well get Express on any other given night, you know. So, Dia de los HHN. Don't forget to watch The Stir of Echoes. This one with Kevin Bacon. Where can we find that one, Sandra? Yes, every time. Every time I mention Kevin Bacon, she's like, Kevin Bacon, yes.
His last name is Bacon?
There's someone out there with their last name. Or sorry, Kevin Bacon. I loved It, the original series. I watched it as a movie.
I've learned to love it.
Yeah. HHN is so expensive compared to Knott's. Yeah, for sure. Knott's, you get a, it's
a different experience.
A lot of originals, and they do it really well there. They really do. So if you go to Halloween Horror Nights, it's for the IPs and the experience. More like a party atmosphere. At Knott's Scary Farm, they're going to scare you.
Yeah.
And it's original storytelling.
Yes.
Which, again, you can get very creative with. So.
Yeah. I would say if you have never been to like a house maze event, I would say start off with HHN. Yeah, because I agree, like Knott's and then Knott's is
for sure Knott's.
Yeah, you'll get very scared.
They'll scare you for
yeah.
sure. Oh my gosh, The Sixth Sense was so scary. I loved The Sixth Sense as a kid. That one really did creep me out. It was really good. And she saw it for the first time not too long ago. I showed it to her. And you thought it was good, right? You liked it?
Yeah, that was good.
Yeah.
It's creepy.
Victoria says, bye you guys. I'll catch you later on replay. Thank you so much, Victoria. Have a great night. Thank you so much.
Have a great night, Victoria.
Thank you. We appreciate it.
Have an amazing Friday tomorrow.
Have you guys seen Barbarian or Smile? Those could be either a house or a scary zone.
Barbarian we loved.
They're both good. They were both good, but
Smile,
Barbarian was better.
Yeah. I don't know about Smile. We didn't really like Smile.
Too predictable.
Yeah.
Too predictable.
It was.
Yeah. And
Barbarian, yes.
Barbarian was good.
Yeah.
It was
It was actually a little bit disturbing.
Yeah. They need to partner with A24. Someone needs to partner with A24 because there's a few good movies that they can bring to life.
Yeah.
And maybe we get an A24 collab in the future.
I hope so. They could get so creative.
Pearl X Maxine was filmed on the backlot. In the backlot.
We went to the movies today and we did see the trailer for Maxine. Oh my god, I'm so excited. I can't wait.
Hold on. Oh my goodness. Victoria dropping a $20 bomb. Let's go. Thank you so much, Victoria.
God, Victoria. We appreciate you.
Do us a favor. Like
Thank
the
you
super
for
chat. Hit that
blessing
like
us
button.
with that $20 super chat. It
Wow.
means so much to us. Thank you, thank you.
Thank you so much, Victoria.
Yeah,
we
we
hope
did
you
hard
had a great time with us so far.
We did hard from our end. Make sure that you guys thumbs it up from your end, please.
Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Show some love for Victoria in the chat.
Appreciate it. Thank you so much, Victoria.
Yes.
I'm glad you're liking all the spooky talk.
I know.
And yeah, Angel, we were talking spooky movies, scary movies. What's the one that traumatized you the most?
Yes.
That was pretty much the
Let
question.
us know.
The Omen is creepy. The Omen for sure.
Also, are we gonna see you at HHN this year? Cincy Angel, let us know.
We'll see you guys there. We'll see you guys there. Okay, let's go ahead and move on here. Yeah, I agree, Virgie. We've been saying it for a while. A24 collab for sure.
They could get so creative. You see them movie wise.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're really creative. I like A24 as a studio.
Are, yeah, so different.
All right, so bottom left orange. So we talked about Nacho Libre. Don't look at
They're really gonna be
don't look at the Mohawk one. Look at the one with the looks like the skull with the X. What is that gonna be? Skeletons, pirates. What fits with the theme so far? I have no idea what the scary zone is gonna be. And this is as soon as
I think it's gonna be pirates.
This is as soon as you walk into Universal Studios Hollywood. Whatever it is, they're gonna have chainsaws.
Yeah, that's a given.
They always have chainsaws. So chainsaw skeletons or ghoulish, rotting zombies. I don't know.
Yeah,
Pirates?
kind of like something, right?
Last year they were dressed in all white, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Maybe it's something very similar to that. So that's gonna be the scare zone. But they always have chainsaws there. So. But the most important one,
which they're always the ones that like get the party started. As soon as you walk in, you guys, you arrive. You're already greeted by the wonderful chainsaws.
I can already
smell it.
smell
Yeah.
the diesel, the smoke from the chainsaw, and hear. I don't smell what the rock is. That's a good one. I don't know what the rock is cooking. I can't smell it, and hear the screams. I love it.
It's so crazy because we're already like years into experiencing HHN, but it never gets old to walk in there and someone that's their first time and they're just running for their life. They're like, what is going on? Like, because it is as soon as like you get through, scanning your ticket. After security, you scan your ticket, get through the gates, and yeah, you're greeted by a group of great friends with chainsaws.
You run into the store or the Starbucks for safety.
Yeah.
Poison symbol, so something like that. Yeah, it could be something poison, ghoulish, decaying, zombie. I don't know, something like that. But the most important one is the skull logo. So right above the orange one, the middle, the one at the very top right now. That little skull, and we did notice it. And again, shout out to a few of our friends, Mondo included. Peter, I think, pointed it out as well. But this scare zone right here is a part of the logo for Halloween Horror Nights right now. So we are gonna, maybe we get some like punk rock skeleton scare zone that might fit with the theme. I'm thinking like punk rock, because that's what the logo and a lot of the merch in Orlando kind of looks like already.
And then not just that, but then also thinking back about other years, the music would go with it.
Yeah.
Because normally they do play like some high
Some
bass,
heavy
like
metal,
some
rock,
intense like music as soon as you walk in, which also adds on to like you're getting thrown into like you hear the chainsaws and then you hear the loud music, you see the lights, you see the fog. Like, sorry, I speak with my hands. So yeah, actually that does make sense.
Yeah. The opening ceremony is gonna be, maybe it's a band. And they're here to take over. And then the fire towers, and you gotta run through, like killer rock band, a killer punk rock or heavy metal. That would be amazing. But I can already picture
that's
that.
what will get you pumped up, getting into like the whole.
Exactly. That's what that seems like,
that.
right?
I like that.
It's a
I
good
like
idea.
That, baby.
I like that. And the Death Eaters should be making a return. I wonder if we're gonna get anything else besides Death Eaters.
Yeah.
But I'm fine with Death Eaters. We have to walk through there. They're amazing every time. So.
And not just that, but then also again it goes back to there's. Sorry guys, we have ads. I go back to, I know this year's also going to be a lot of first times for a lot of people.
Yeah.
Like imagine if they didn't have Death Eaters this year and they're like, oh my god, like they had them last year, like I wish I could experience that. I feel like they're a core staple now
At Hawks
to
Beach
that
for
whole
sure.
area, right? So I'm like, no, for sure. I hope we have them. Yeah.
Slaughter Cinema Scare Zone, says Jesse. I mean, that'd be cool. I mean, yeah. So Slaughter Cinema 2 is going to be at Orlando. They did have Slaughter Cinema 1 in Original House. I think it was in 2018. So if we get a Slaughter Cinema Scare Zone, because we did hear Slaughter Cinema was really popular. So anything that way would be really cool. I'm all for it. I love it already. I love that concept. I really do. Angel said, oh, heavy metal for sure, says Albert. I agree. It's the late night crew. Angel said Martyrs was a pretty crazy one. Martyrs. I haven't seen Martyrs. Welcome to the late night crew, everybody. Thank you so much. What's up, bro? The doctor.
Hi, the doctor.
I'm bringing my battle vest with all my maiden patches. Heck yeah, let's go.
Hi, Corey.
What's going on, Corey? If they play heavy metal in the Scare Zone, I'm going to be rocking out.
You're not going to want to leave.
Exactly. Thank you so much for joining us. It's the late night crew. It is past 10 p.m.
Guys.
We're about to get into something crazy, something good right now, something really good. So make sure you guys hit that like button. How many likes are we at? Can we get a like check? Almost at 100 now. All right, so now let's focus on the purple, because the purple is going to be the entertainment. Megan, hi Megan.
Hi, Megan.
I wish Hollywood would offer a frequent fear pass that includes Express. Orlando does it, but never Hollywood. I know, that would be amazing. It would be crazy expensive, but totally worth it.
A pass that has Express.
That includes Express. Or parking at least. You know, something like that. As an add-on. We keep saying Orlando has so many perks that you can add on or purchase. You know, so.
I just think I think I know why it is. I mean,
Capacity.
It's capacity, you guys. We just don't have room.
Express sells out.
Imagine if they make you spend this amount of money for Express and they're not able to like live up to, you know, just you getting through the line, then it's not worth it. It's just not feasible. We don't have enough room for it. Yeah.
That reminds me back in 2021 when the park first opened, people were buying the Platinum Pass, and Express had such a long line for the rides.
And
they stopped selling Platinum.
And we're like, what? Like, this is not.
It's a capacity issue. It would be amazing if they did that. Because that would be so worth it.
But you know what? I'd rather them actually realize that than, you know, give you something that it's not Express, you know, because then it's not worth it. You spend so much money for like Express things, you know.
All right, let's focus on the purple really quickly. We're gonna get another show at the Purge. I'm sorry, at the Waterworld Arena. It's gonna be Purge Dangerous Waters again.
How do you feel about that?
It was cool. It was cool. I really enjoyed it last year. It was fresh.
Yeah.
It was something new.
I agree.
The pyrotechnics were crazy. The lights were crazy. The music was good.
Yes.
The stunts were good.
The storyline itself, I liked it.
Yeah.
The music itself, as soon as you walked in, whenever they're getting everyone seated, it was good. It got you into like the mood, you know, being there. I felt like last year we were just all excited about that we had access to that area. Again, we go back to, it's something that if you need a break, you can do. But not just that, I'm not gonna, downlight that it was a good show, you know. I feel like it gave us what we wanted, you know.
It was a good show.
Yeah.
I enjoyed it. If it comes back, I'm all for it.
Me too.
No worries.
Yeah.
Because people are gonna get exactly what they want. Fun, action, pyrotechnics, crazy lights and lasers. It's gonna be a fun show.
I agree.
We can't complain. We can pick and choose and nitpick, but no, it was a fun show. So, how do you guys feel about Purge Dangerous Waters coming back? Maybe it's a different story, but still Purge inspired.
We go back to also going back to the talk of having the Jabberwockies returning like for so many years.
Yeah.
Like, is it gonna become that? And how would you feel about that? Because it might be that.
Over time, it can get kind of boring or repetitive. I will say this though, the Jabberwockies had a new show almost every time.
Yeah, that's what I was getting to. I'm like, okay, yeah, with the Jabberwockies, yes, they were returning every year, but they would switch up their playlist, you know, their whole
routine,
yeah. So I'm curious to see if if they do bring back Purge, is it going to be the same thing, or are they going to kind of like switch up the storyline, right? So
worst case scenario, it is Purge and it is the same show. It's okay. There's a lot of people that maybe didn't see it last year.
They didn't get to experience
and I want them to experience it this year. Yeah. But the more interesting one, the second purple, the one above, the globe. This globe is going to be inside the DreamWorks Theater, which, if you remember from last year, was Horrors of Blumhouse, or like the Blumhouse behind the scenes. It was really cool because we did see the screen-used animatronics for Five Nights at Freddy's. We had the Black Phone photo op. We had the Purge photo op. We had screen-used props from some of your favorite Blumhouse movies. The Megan dolls,
yes.
The Megan dance show, the dance number.
I know, which was...
It was really cool.
Yeah,
it was fun. It was fun.
It was. I think it was one of our favorites, but we were always honest with you guys. We're like, if there's a long line, we don't think it's worth it, because it was a fun show, but it was so short.
7-minute show.
I feel like sometimes they would give you more time outside, like waiting, than the actual show itself. So we were always very honest with you. Like, we would, if you see a short line, we're like totally worth it. But for like the long line that sometimes we will build up, like for that small show, that short show, we're like, ugh.
I wouldn't have waited longer than 20 to 30 minutes.
But it was a good show.
But it was fun.
Yes. Yeah.
But hear me out. Hear me out right now.
Let me hear it.
Now it's gonna be it's a globe, so it's gonna be Universal Studios property. And I think, what better way to celebrate the creature from the Black Lagoon's 70th anniversary than having behind-the-scenes props, screen-used props from some of your favorite Universal Monsters movies and Universal horror pictures. Kind of like the section that we had during the special effects show, where they had the monsters. What if it's like that?
I feel like we would all go crazy.
Something to think about. I think that's what they're going to do. I think that's the direction. If this is going to be a Universal show, Universal picture show,
Yeah.
Maybe they do have similar in the waiting area, screen-used props, outfits.
Different props, different photo ops.
With Universal Monsters. They had that at Monster Palooza this past weekend. Universal Monsters area. Are they going to have that at Midsummer Scream? I hope at Midsummer Scream, Universal Monsters has their own booth, because that looked amazing. So I'm going to go out on a limb and say that might be it.
I feel like we would all go crazy, and that whole area would be more popular, I feel like, than it was last year. Because a lot of people were already excited for, like, you know, the Black Phone, all those photo ops that they had. But imagine that, like
everyone freaked out over the Five Nights at Freddy's, you know. But if it's Universal Monster property, you're at Universal Studios, you're at Halloween Horror Nights, you're gonna enjoy that. Yeah. So I'm gonna go out on a limb and say that's what it's gonna be.
I would take my time.
There.
Yes.
I would.
For sure.
Let me take a photo of everything. You know, we love the Universal Monsters. What do you guys think? Let us know in the chat right now. Let's hit the chat. Let's go. Okay, we got that. Iron Maiden, Slipknot, that would be amazing. I wish they'd do another dubstep maze like Face Off. Give me anything hard dubstep or hard like bass headbang music. Silver Scream Queens is one of the rumor IPs for the OG Monsters, and being an all-female house and sequel to Bride. Yeah, that's right, Brian. That's exactly what we were talking about. And I'm all for it. Either one. Silver Scream Queens or Bride of Frankenstein sequel. It wouldn't be Bride of Frankenstein Lives. What if it's Bride of Frankenstein Fights? Bride of Frankenstein. I don't know. Something cool like that. ¿Cuál es el colmo de un zombie? Ver un concierto en vivo. Oh my god, that's hilarious. I'm not going to want to leave if they play Slipknot. Heck yeah. Poison equals Toxic Tunnel per usual, if that's the case, and by the Mummy Cube. Jordy says maybe a different storyline of the Purge Dangerous Waters 2.0. I wouldn't be mad about that. I wouldn't be mad about that at all. Last year I couldn't watch Dangerous Waters. But this year I finally can, if they bring it back, for sure. Robert says he's on the fence. We got Mia in the chat. Hi, Mia. We hope you had a good time at Disney. I got sunburnt, but had a fun time. That means you had a great time. Perfect.
Make sure you put some aloe vera in there. That usually helps.
Thank you so much for stopping by, Mia. Jordy says a classic Universal Monster show. And they did have Universal Monster shows in the past. I don't think we were born yet. Maybe we were too young. I don't remember. But they had a Dracula show. I think Frankenstein made an appearance. You guys are forever young. It's like Halloween Horror Nights. Doesn't matter how old you are. You're going to be there. And we're going to see you there. Young at heart. All I'm saying is that I never got to experience those. I got my base back. Blumhouse presents last year. Such a waste of time. 30-minute wait to watch trailers for old movies. I wanted to include like more behind the scenes, sneak peeks, and mostly like
they
never
done a lot more.
Never before seen footage would have been really cool.
It just seemed like a super like quick. I think the main thing that they focused on was actually the floor outside, and like letting everyone have time to like take, pictures with different photos, because there were a lot of different sections. So imagine it's your first time, everyone's trying to like get through.
Letting them have their moment.
For me, for us, we go time and time again. But imagine it's your first time, and it's the only time that you have to take pictures. You know, so I think that's what they focus on. Giving everyone time to go around the room and really soak everything in it, and it'll show us like super quick.
I agree.
Yeah.
Megan says my friend works on props in Orlando and said that they are doing stuff for Creatures, so I bet something Creatures is coming for sure. I'm all about it.
Yes.
I would love it.
We would love it for sure.
70. What a better way to celebrate the 70th for the Creature. We've never got a Creature house. They can make it work. I know it's really hard, but they can make it work somehow. But no, paying homage would be amazing.
And we have been talking about it, but John has said that because of the costume.
Yeah, it's not cost efficient.
Yeah.
But they made the Vecnas work for Stranger Things, full body costumes. So we'll see. If you pay attention when you're on the studio tour, right before, if you are lucky enough to go through the Metro sets on the way up towards King Kong, there's a theater that they filmed. I think they filmed Spider-Man 2 there. There's a Creature of the Black Lagoon poster. It's been there for months. But it's because, they're celebrating the 70th anniversary, which was in February. So we'll see. And Pepe the Pepe is dropping a $2 super chat. Let's freaking go. Do us a favor. Hit the like button on that super chat. Que se hizo el zombie miró el concierto en vivo. Thank you so much, Pepe. We appreciate it. Thank you.
Always blessing us with those jokes in the chat.
Oh my gosh. Where do you get these from, man? Where do you get these jokes from? It's crazy. They could have movies like Jaws, Psycho, Van Helsing, and even Abigail. Yeah, that gives off like special effects vibes, the show that they used to have. So something like that. What's up, Hector? I'm thinking the scare zone will be a Mohawk Skull. It might be 90s themed scare zone. Ooh, 90s theme.
90s theme.
Or early 2000s, maybe. Something punk.
Okay.
All right, you guys. Last but not least, literally last but not least, because we've already covered everything. The only thing that we haven't mentioned, and we have to talk about it, the sunglasses. This is pretty obvious by now. Rumored to be The Weeknd. Originally, even before the speculation maps came out, there was already a rumor that The Weeknd was working. They were working on a Weeknd scare zone. And then the speculation map came out. The second speculation map has The Weeknd as a house inside Soundstage 15. Okay? Remember last year, Singapore got The Weeknd. Half of it was After Hours Nightmare. The other half was Dawn FM.
Yeah.
So the rumors got stronger and stronger that here in the States, we're going to get that. We were going to get that. Or, we don't know. And that would be amazing because The Weeknd was such a fan favorite. And if they bring The Weeknd back, it's not going to be exactly the same. Half of it, yes. The other half is new. But lately and recently, the rumors kind of went back to it being a scare zone. So it went from scare zone first, rumor, and then a house, and like literally recently back to scare zone. This is the latest speculation map. They still have it as IP in the soundstage, a house. But now there's a little bit of chatter that The Weeknd might not be coming at all. And from what our understanding was, the reason why Orlando and Universal Studios Hollywood took a while to make their first IP announcement is that there was some sort of delay. They always announce one IP together at the same time. Last year it was The Last of Us. That was the first house. Maybe that's why Orlando went ahead and announced, what, 4 or 5 originals?
Yeah.
Before we even got one announcement? And now we know A Quiet Place is going to be shared with Orlando. There's a little bit of chatter that, you know what, maybe we're not getting The Weeknd at all. It didn't work out for whatever reason. It's a rumor. There's a little bit of chatter. We're just bringing it up because we want to know if we don't get The Weeknd, that means that there's still one huge IP that we are not going to know about inside Soundstage 15.
And you know what? It's going to be a big mystery because if you guys know, we do not get any hint or, you know, any look. We can't see in there, so. Yeah.
We got very lucky because I was on the studio tour randomly last summer. Soundstage 15 is behind Transformers, okay? The doors do open up for Soundstage, the elephant doors. They do open up facing out, so when you're on the studio tour, you're facing the doors. I remember I was so lucky. I was on the studio tour getting updates, and I was able to see Eddie Munson's trailer. I got a picture. It was so hard to see it through the phone, but I got visual confirmation through my own eyes that it was Eddie Munson's trailer. That's how I was like, oh my gosh, the opening scene is going to be Eddie Munson's trailer for Stranger Things. But I got lucky because the elephant doors were open at the exact time when I went on the studio tour. This is going to be a mystery. It might be the hardest one. If it's true, what if we do not get The Weeknd after all? One big IP left up in the air. And I know some of you guys are probably guessing what it might be. And I agree with you guys. Please, we're begging the Halloween Horror Night gods. Let it be Beetlejuice.
That would be
Please,
amazing.
let it be Beetlejuice. Por favor.
Right, maybe you already said it twice. Be careful.
Let it be The Juice is Loose.
I mean, it would make sense. The movie's gonna come out.
Orlando got Beetlejuice and Hollywood never got Beetlejuice. We're having fun right now. We're just talking, right? We're just talking with friends, right? How do you guys feel about that? I don't know. I loved The Weeknd House, fan favorite.
And I feel like a lot of us have been getting excited about it because it's been coming up a lot.
Yeah.
But the chatter recently has been that
maybe it's not.
Maybe it's not going to work out.
Again, it's all
so
rumored.
Yeah,
so.
It's all rumored. So
you never know.
Yeah. So now if we say, okay, yes, so what if it's not The Weeknd? Now let's talk about, so what could it be?
Yeah.
Right? Yeah. But again, it's all rumored. Nothing's confirmed. Yeah.
It's not confirmed until Universal posts it.
Yeah.
It's just really fun talking about these things. So with that being said, how does everybody feel about the lineup so far? Speculation lineup. So we got A Quiet Place. For IPs, we might get Insidious. We might get Texas Chainsaw. Benefit of the doubt, we are getting The Weeknd. We're getting Monstros. We're getting Ghostbusters.
We got some ads.
We're getting Ghostbusters. What else are we getting? Toxic Tunnel or something ghoulish and toxic or something, you know. Terror Tramp's gonna be Blumhouse, you know, like it still sounds like a lot of fun to me. Regardless, I'm really excited about The Quiet Place being the first announcement and them telling us like this is something we've never done before.
Something totally different.
I'm excited about that already.
Thinking. Yeah.
Exactly. Let's hit the chat. Yeah, Don FM, exactly. The Weeknd would be amazing again. Such a fun vibe. 1,000%. I remember having fun in the line.
Yeah.
Right?
I know. I think that's why that has to do with a lot of we all want it back because I just think just waiting in line, hearing the soundtrack, it was just a whole vibe. And then the house itself was also amazing, and then the bar that they had upstairs, you know.
It was a vibe.
Yes.
Terrifier, you can never count Terrifier out because I will say this, I do remember John Murdy specifically said he finished working on what was probably one of the like more intense, dark, gross houses. Which house is that going to be this year? I remember he specifically said that. Which is the house that's going to be really intense? Is it going to be the Toxic Tunnel one? Is it going to be what could it be?
Which one do you see being more intense?
Maybe the original one, because when it comes to originals, I feel like he has more freedom,
more liberty.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or is it Terrifier? I don't know. Jenna Ortega confirmed it. HHN. If it's Beetlejuice, that would be really cool. We have to see these stars there. His sequel drops in September. Terrifier would break the internet. I agree.
Which we still have to see.
Carlos says, I love Beetlejuice. I'd totally buy a ticket to HHN just for Beetlejuice. Beetlejuice would be like front of the post, like the post, the face of HHN.
He greets us at the beginning, like all of our visits, just on regular days. He's amazing. Always alive. Yeah.
In Cities and Ghostbusters is going to be awesome. I agree. Albert says, I wouldn't want 2 comedy houses. I wonder about the Alice in Wonderland teases that John Murray was doing a while ago. Like, yeah, where does that fit in? I have no idea what any of that fits into. I have no idea.
I don't know.
Maybe he was messing with us.
We're just so late into the game that we haven't had any announcements.
Yeah.
I feel like, I feel like after we get all the announcements, I kind of want to go back and ask, like, what happened? Why did it take so long for us to get announcements? Because our biggest guess right now is that, something went wrong.
Something didn't go through.
Yeah.
So, and it had to be an IP for it to hold up a lot of stuff. That's our guess. Terrifier director said he would love a house at HHN last Friday. Shout out to Brian Sevilla, because yeah, you're right. You were at Monster Palooza and you covered a lot of that stuff, and we did hear that. So eventually we might get Terrified. If not this year, maybe next year. The soundstage is home to no other than Halloween Ends. Evil Dies Tonight. Oh my God. I had such high hopes for that movie. It was more kind of comical than anything. Please no. Actually, you know what? I want to rewatch that movie just to laugh.
Wow.
Evil Dies Tonight. What's up, Rugar? What's up, Henry?
Laugh and cry.
What's up, Villain Adventures? Thank you so much. Hope you're having a great Thursday as well.
Hello.
This year, rumored houses seem underwhelming compared to other years, but I am still excited to know, and it'll be fun regardless. Yeah, I totally agree. I mean, I can see why the hype was there in other years. There has to be 1 or 2 houses that are like sold, solid. Like last year was The Last of Us. The Last of Us, I felt like brought a lot of chatter, a lot of people. Yeah, and Chucky was also another fan favorite.
Oh my God. Yeah.
So,
which is crazy because that got announced like as soon as
2022 was over.
And to us, we had been getting the merch like every year, but we never got the actual house. And then they announced it like as soon as the year before. Little did we know it was going to be like the favorite, and even one of ours.
One of our top 3 last year was Chucky.
We really enjoyed it.
It was really fun.
Yeah, it was really fun. Yeah.
Did the Bride of Frankenstein get off the speculation map? No, that the hair is still there, so we're still going to get something monsters inspired. We just don't know what, but it's still there. Earl says, could the Alice in Wonderland thing possibly be the replacement maze? But what would it be? Original or IP? Interesting. I know they were debating between Texas Chainsaw and Nightmare on Elm Street. Yeah, what happened to Nightmare on Elm Street? That was one of the biggest rumors early on. No more Freddy Krueger.
I feel like for sure now we're going to get Texas.
You got lucky. I love Nightmare on Elm Street. I really do.
Well, I'm scared of Texas Chainsaw, so I'm like, am I really lucky?
Maybe.
I don't know.
I hated Halloween Ends. Yeah, bro, it wasn't the best. It literally wasn't the best. Any last final thoughts on Halloween Horror Nights? Tickets are on sale now.
Yeah, do you want to go through some of the...
For the most part, yeah, let me see if I can bring this up really quickly.
I think the biggest questions that we got today in our DMs is, if Express is included with anything, and then also if blackout dates with the 2 different passes, like what's the difference between both of them? Yeah.
So you can get general admission starting at $77. So Thursdays, looks like Thursdays and Sundays are your best bet in September.
Yeah,
cheapest
that's early
days.
on, though.
In October, the cheapest ticket is $82 for one night, and then it's $84 and then $89. As expected, Fridays and Saturdays are the most expensive.
Yeah. Those are the peak days.
Yeah, peak days. Those are the most expensive. It
and
makes
then,
sense.
as you can see, as we get closer towards the end of October, it gets a little bit more expensive.
Yeah. And then look at November, $99 on Saturday, November 2nd, just for the regular ticket. Let's see, Universal Express starting at $209. Express Unlimited. That's gonna really be up to you guys. The one that we recommend if you're going just one time and you don't want to break the budget too much, the after 2 p.m. day-night combo. Because shout out to Kuzi P, my younger brother. We took him to Halloween Horror Nights for the first time last year, and he got the 2 p.m. day combo. If I'm not mistaken, or did he get the early entry? Either way, the 2 p.m. day combo, you get to get in, experience a few rides, hang out. You get early entry, and you beat the crowds.
But we would still say though, depending on what time of the month you go or what month you go, because remember he said that next time he wants to do express.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So if you're just going one time, I would say express is worth it. Yeah.
That's the next biggest thing.
Yeah. Especially if you're not used to waiting in line. I have to say that.
Get express.
Some of us are used to waiting in line, so if you're used to it, you don't have a problem with it, then go for it.
Yeah, I agree. Lo and behold, early access is back. Great. So general admission includes access starting at 7 or like 6:45, whenever they open the gates and let you in. But if you want to spend a few dollars more, we have to get early access. We're going to be spending a lot of money on early access for the live streams, for the vlogs in the beginning. But yeah, early access is back. Great. It used to be included back then, but 2 years ago. But it was new.
So make sure you guys, if you do tune in, make sure you guys hit that like button, subscribe.
That's all that we ask
because
for.
you know what? We're going to be going live so many times.
It's fun this year. Oh
you
my
guys
gosh,
saw
so
last
excited.
year, we crushed it. We had so much fun. Gonna try to go above that if we can in any way. So make sure you guys please keep supporting us, subscribe, hit that like button. That's all we ask for. Yeah.
If you're a local, even if you don't live in SoCal, maybe you live in the surrounding states or the surrounding areas, we got this a lot. A lot of people were telling us last year they wish they would have got the frequent fear pass. Because even coming just a second time,
it already pays off.
Totally worth it. This is the one Cristal and I get. It's $209 flat. $209 flat. There are 2 different ones. The one that's $209 does have blackout dates, but you get to come at least 33 or up to 33 different nights. These are the blackout dates. These are the days you can come to Halloween Horror Nights. The 5th, the 6th, the 7th. So in October, pretty much like almost every weekend. Once you get into October, Saturdays and Sundays get blocked off. Oh, sorry. September.
Yeah, September.
Once you get into October, Fridays and Saturdays tend to get blocked off. November, thank goodness,
1st, 2nd, and 3rd.
we're not blocked out on November 1, 2, and 3. So we'll be able to come Friday,
Yeah.
Saturday, and Sunday to end spooky season.
Okay, and we bring this up, you guys, because if you just saw, we showed you single day tickets range from $70 to $90 to $100 for one day. For this pass, you pay $209, and look at all the days that you get.
Yeah.
So you guys do the math. You guys make it make sense. You guys think it's worth it?
Totally worth it.
Yeah.
You'll be blocked out October 5th. I'm assuming that's a Friday.
Yeah.
Let me double check for you. October 5th. It's a Saturday. So Saturday and then Friday, Saturday, Friday, Saturday, Friday, Saturday in October.
Yeah.
That's it. 7 days you're blocked out.
And another question that we did get asked today was, do you have to make a reservation for like any of the passes? No, you already get told what days you are available for you, so you don't have to make a reservation. They already let you know what days you can. You're not blacked out for. So
You just choose the first opening day that you
Yeah.
want to come.
Yes. Which I think is amazing because then you can pretty much plan ahead, and make a good trip out of it. So.
If you are a pass member, oh, this is new too. Reserve your summer bonus. We have platinum, so we don't have blackout dates. But if you have any pass, I think they're letting you add a bonus day. Any day you want that you're normally blocked out, make a reservation. They've done that before. Come to the park. Like if you have silver or gold and you want to come on a Saturday where you're normally blocked out this summer, you can make a reservation. Choose
That's
an extra day.
awesome.
Yeah.
Which in the past we have said we do have platinum and we already do get awarded like that free ticket, which we never get to use because we already have the pass itself.
Yeah.
So I think that's a good bonus for us as well.
If you have a pass, you can share. I think you can probably save up to like $10
Yeah.
on
Don't forget
tickets for
about that,
HHN.
you guys, yeah.
This is new. I don't remember them having this, and I want to emphasize this. Platinum Pass members, reserve your complimentary Halloween Horror Nights ticket. That's new this year.
Yeah.
It wasn't like that before. We had Platinum Pass. we know we could just choose one of those days and show up.
Yeah.
They'll scan our platinum pass and it's automatically counted. Cool. You're using your one free entry tonight.
Yeah.
They're not doing that anymore. If you have a platinum pass, you have to reserve it in advance. We're gonna have to keep reminding our friends because we have a lot of new friends that have the platinum pass.
There we go. Sorry.
We're gonna have to keep reminding our friends about this. Reserve one of these. And the reason why they're doing that, I'm expecting that they're gonna sell out so many days this year again.
Yeah.
It says it right here, subject to capacity. So if it's a sold out day, it's a sold out day. So please plan accordingly. Tell your friends that have platinum. Plan accordingly. Advanced online reservations required now.
And again,
that's new.
We also want to emphasize on this because we did have friends last year that they thought they didn't even check like their blackout dates or like they thought that they
when they can show up. Yeah.
So make sure you guys always check ahead with everything, you know.
Very important.
Yeah, very important.
Thank you guys for coming to our TED Talk. Texas chainsaw smells need to be tamed down if it's coming this year.
Yeah, that's what I mentioned.
If anything, they're gonna be stronger.
They are.
Really wanted Nightmare on Elm Street for the 40th. That might have been one of the ones that didn't work out, or maybe they work it out and it eventually comes. We'll see. Yeah, exactly, Brian. Just didn't work out. Can't wait for opening night. We'll be there opening night for sure.
No, we're not gonna miss it.
Hopefully, yeah, we'll be there for sure.
How many years?
This is gonna be our. This is gonna be your 5th year. 5th Halloween Horror Nights. This is gonna be my 10, 11, 14, 15, 17, 18, 19, 20. Well, 21. I don't know.
What?
Yeah.
Opening night?
Huh?
Wait, what? What are you talking
Yeah,
about?
my Halloween Horror Nights.
Opening night? You've been 21 nights? 21 times?
No, I'm sorry. I'm talking about the years. Like how many times I've been to Halloween Horror Nights.
Yeah, I'm like, wait, yeah, because you said 5th for me, and then you're like.
Yeah, your 5th Halloween Horror Nights.
Yeah.
Yeah. For me, I'm like, I've been going since 2010.
Okay.
But there was a few years that I skipped. That's why.
Yeah.
I was counting the years.
Well, yeah, because it sounds like you're saying like 21. I'm like, yeah, I've been.
2019, 2021,
Yeah,
2020.
there you go.
It's gonna be fun. It's gonna be so much fun. Regardless. You guys think the frequent fear pass will sell out? Probably not for a while. We bought in our frequent fear passes as late as July or even August, so I think we'll be fine. Once more announcements come out, then people start to tend to buy more.
Yeah,
their passes.
Yeah,
we just got one announcement.
Yeah, we just got one announcement, and it just depends if people think it's worth it. With what they announce, like if they're interested.
Dang, Albert's doing 4 straight nights, including RIP and Unlimited Express, going all out this year. We'll see you there, Albert. We'll see you there. Anthony says, I'm excited. I got my RIP. Excited for all the houses that come this year. I'm going to enjoy it. I'm excited. Yeah, even if we're fine with what we got. Even if it's just a speculation map, we're fine with that. Ghostbusters, Texas Chainsaw, Insidious, and A Quiet Place. And all the originals they're gonna be amazing no matter what, you know. So it's gonna be another fun year. Of course, we always wish we wanted more, but it's okay, you know. There's always next year. Anytime I go without Express, the lines have been well over an hour, and I'm not that patient.
That's how we are.
That's how we are too.
Yeah. So that's why I say, like, if you're used to waiting in long lines and you don't have a problem with it, then okay, you're probably okay without Express.
Yeah.
But if you're not, then just pay that extra money and you'll have more fun.
Exactly. Let's see, where were we? October 5th is my birthday, so I'm gonna go again on my birthday. Nice. Ghosty Sun.
Oh, hold on, and I also want to go back to say, if you do get the pass, you guys, the freaking pass.
The freaking Fear Pass, Mia. Yes, the freaking Fear Pass.
I do want to say the reason why, for example, like opening night or any day, we don't stress about doing everything in one night because we're able to go so many nights. So every day we do something different. So yeah, you also get that privilege. Like you don't stress out. Oh, I'm gonna be back this other day. I'm gonna be back this other day. You know. Oh, this day I'm gonna just worry about doing this today.
Yeah.
You know. So you're not stressed out about just doing everything the same night, which is it's a lot. So if you are going just for one night, yeah, Express, I think it's the way to go.
I want to add on to that. You're at the right place. Yeah. We're going to be working so hard to bring you the vlog and the pro tips because last year we did everything except one house and Water World. on a Saturday without Express. So if we could do that, we could squeeze in everything. But we have to come up with a game plan. So make sure you guys subscribe. Make sure you guys follow us everywhere because we're not pros, but we know what we're talking about. So you know what I mean?
No, but see, that comes with us going enough times to where we're like, we can come up with the best game plan.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying.
So that's why we have that. Yeah.
The freaking Fear Pass. Grab it. No Wednesdays this year. Yeah, Brian. There's Wednesdays, right? Isn't there Wednesdays that I missed that? Is there not Wednesdays in October? We do got a super chat.
Oh my God.
Hector
Velasquez.
H&L, Hector and Leslie. Thanks you guys for the live updates. Let's freaking go.
Let's hit the bell.
Thank you guys so much. Please hit that like button on that super chat.
Yes, HNL, thank you guys for the live and all the updates. We appreciate you guys. Have a good night. We just got our ultimate Fear Pass. Hope we see y'all there.
We definitely will see you there, friends.
Yeah.
Thank you guys so much.
Make sure you guys say hello if you
Awesome,
see us
awesome,
there. We'll be
awesome.
around. We'll be around you guys.
Thank you, friends. Can't wait to see what's in store.
Thank you for blessing us with that $5.
Thank you, guys. Thank you. Absolutely. Do you think Hollywood's going to do the same as Orlando and do a special ticketed event the night before opening night? I doubt it. They would have announced it already. Because people would have bought that ticket right away. Right away. 105 likes. Thank you so much, friends.
God.
Thank you, Benjamin.
You
Thank
guys
you.
are amazing. Thank you.
Let me check this. Let me double check something here.
Let's see. Brian says he did. He bought his freaking Fear Pass.
Let's go.
Opening night. Let's see. Remember, if you buy a ticket, you can upgrade it to freaking Fear, and they will discount it. Says Brian.
Yes. And they also do usually offer Express after 12, which is a little bit cheaper. So if you're running out of time, you can, for a little bit more, you can upgrade.
Let's see. What's the deal? Says can't wait.
Let's go. What's the deal? Yo.
Mia says I'm so close to possibly going again. Still not sure. Mia, what's holding you back? Is it fear? I'm just kidding, Mia. I love you. Hopefully you can make it this year. Hopefully, because I know you had a lot of fun last year.
Brian, yes, we are getting Wednesdays in October again this year. I was like, I'm pretty sure I saw Wednesdays. Starting the 9th, we're getting 4 Wednesdays in October. Thank goodness, just like last year. Go ahead, sorry.
Let's see. Now I gotta keep my ear out for that weekend rumor.
I
Says
know.
Alfred.
Yeah, we gotta keep an eye out.
You guys, all of us.
What's up, the Howling Hour, Robert? What's up, CNC? I usually only go one night, maybe 2 opening night, and maybe a random Sunday in October. The freaking Fear Pass might, it might make it worth it. You might be able to squeeze in the 3rd night, so because again, it pays for itself after like 2.
It does, yeah.
Just about. The 3rd one pays for itself.
You guys make sure that you,
Thank you, Rob.
really take the time to see map out the pricing and see what makes sense. Yeah, it's worth it.
What's up? We got Justin in the chat. What's up, Justin?
Hi, Justin.
We usually go 3 nights every year, but Express each time is expensive. But whenever we haven't, the normal lines were terrible.
Yeah.
Last year we didn't do Express one night and only did 2 houses. Oh my god, I can't even imagine.
They can get crazy, especially falling into October, because October everybody's into that spooky season mood, and they're just looking for something spooky to do, and HHN is one of the biggest things to do. So those lines build up for sure.
I agree.
Yeah.
I agree. I know. I was having this conversation with Brian last night. Opening night should just be opening night. Just keep it like a regular night, nothing special or anything like that.
Yeah. They'll just avoid a lot of
I prefer a low-key
chaos.
night.
Yeah.
We'll see. We'll see. Mia says I'm terrified, but it depends on how much it costs. I'm gotta talk to my friends that I went with last time to plan it. Just wait for a few more announcements, Mia, and then start saving up
then
and see
you
if
can
you
see
do.
if it's worth it. I think that's what a lot of us are gonna wait for. Well, not us, but I mean, a lot of we're gonna go for sure.
What's up, Nate Dog? Express is so worth it if you're just planning on going once. So. And then Mia added on to that.
Last year I did general ticket with my early access, which helped with Stranger Things maze, and we did about 4 mazes all night, I believe, and 2 rides.
Nice. Oh, you squeezed in some rides too. Yeah, we didn't squeeze any rides at all.
Yeah.
So that's another good point too. Rides are going to be open. Some of them, some of them, not all of them.
Which we do have to remember, because that's another thing. I feel like sometimes you do not even have time to think about rides, because you're just so worried. Okay, if I wait longer to for this maze to go down, you don't even know if the wait time is going to go down. You're like, might as well just
go do something
get
else.
it. Yeah.
I agree. Brian also brings up a good point. Just wait till after midnight. You can do a few houses last minute.
Yeah.
That's another good point. I think that does it for the Halloween Horror Nights talk. I just want to quickly mention this over at Knott's because we're going to be blocked out from Disney very soon. So over at Knott's Berry Farm, Camp Snoopy is going to be fully open with new rides and everything starting later on this month, starting June 27th. Summer Nights and Ghost Town Alive. So I cannot wait to go back to Knott's. I miss Knott's.
We do love Summer Nights.
Summer Nights is our favorite.
It's a lot of fun.
So we'll be bringing you guys a lot more Knott's content June and July. And then we'll be back at Disney a lot again, like full swing in August. We're blocked out for pretty much up 2 months. But I can't wait to go back to Knott's. Summer Nights is my favorite.
Me too.
It's so much fun. It's a party. So.
And not just that, but we do bring you guys, we have brought you guys live at Knott's. You guys know whenever they provide the music, the food, we love the food at Knott's. We already have a little few favorite rides there, so yeah, we're excited to be back.
Exactly.
Yeah. So visit Snoopy.
Last but not least, we did go watch Garfield a few days ago. It was funny. It was good.
I loved it.
We did watch The Watchers today.
Yeah.
So, no spoilers, but if you guys are thinking about going to the movies this weekend, The Watchers is kind of what you expect. So, if you know M. Night Shyamalan, The Village, Sixth Sense, the upcoming movie Trapped, so many twists and turns. I believe this is his daughter's directorial debut. His daughter directed this movie. So, of course, there's twists.
Yeah.
The movie's like this one. It had its good moments. It had its kind of like weird moments. But I didn't hate it.
Yeah.
I didn't dislike it. But I didn't love it.
Yeah.
So do what you want with that information. I feel like you kind of felt the same.
Yeah, I felt the same way. This was definitely one of those where we kind of really discussed because we were kind of had to like, we're like, what do we make out of it? Because again, we did not dislike it.
Yeah.
But then from what you see from the trailer, it's like it's not really like a, I don't know how to explain it.
There's a lot in the movie that they don't show in the trailer.
Yes.
Well,
So,
kind of.
yeah.
Trailers nowadays can be misleading. I don't know if anyone else feels like that.
Not just that, but then they can be misleading. But I did appreciate that this time it wasn't misleading, and then also they didn't give too much away because during the movie I was still like very, very drawn by what was gonna happen next.
True.
Because I don't like it when the trailer gives up the best moment, and I'm just like, really?
I'm sure a lot of you have seen the Deadpool Wolverine trailer. I guarantee you, like 80% of what's in the trailer is going to happen within the first 40 minutes.
Yeah.
When they're smart with the trailer, that's usually how it happens. So that's why I'm excited for that movie, because I'm telling you, I feel like right away we're going to get right into it, and then within the first 45 minutes, most of the scenes from the trailer are going to happen, which is perfect, because the next hour and a half is like, what's going on? The Venom trailer just dropped. I have my reservations. I feel like Venom 3, what's it called, The Last Dance, is going to be terrible. I'm sorry, I have to say it. Sony has no idea what the heck they're doing. I'm sorry. It looks freaking terrible. And I wanted to like Venom 2 so bad. Venom 1 was okay. Venom 2 was like, oh, whatever. This is so weird and cheesy. And then Venom, the freaking horse, out of all the... You're Venom. Why are you traveling on a Venom horse?
I like horses.
It's ridiculous.
Horses are cool.
I'm sorry, you guys. It's ridiculous. But I am not excited.
Back old school, babe, right?
Like Crystal said, we're still going to go watch it.
Yeah.
But
we're going to go watch it so that if you don't have to go watch it, we'll let you know.
That's going to be terrible. I already know. That's just the state that we're in.
Yeah.
But there are a lot of movies we're excited for. Maxine is one of them. Trapped is another one.
Despicable Me, A Quiet Place.
Beetlejuice.
We're not sure we're going to see Bad Boys.
That's
the latest one that's going to come out.
Yeah.
About that.
I don't know how you guys feel. Howling Hour, Robert dropping a $5 super chat. Let's freaking go.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Rob.
$5 super chats.
Make sure you like that super chat, y'all. Appreciate it, Rob. Question for you. With the November days returning, do you think those days will be packed? I remember going before and crowds weren't bad at all. We remember going in November too.
Yeah.
Saturday might be that Saturday might be the least packed Saturday of all Saturdays. Because it's already after Halloween. People are like, oh.
They're already over it.
Christmas is good. Christmas decorations and Christmas merch is going to be up on Friday,
That's
but
what
November 1st. No one's going to be talking Halloween in general. That weekend is perfect for Halloween Horror Nights.
And we say that for a lot of people that are not really that much into horror. Because for us, it's like, we don't want it to end, right? So we're probably going to still keep it going. But
all the real horror fans are going to be there.
Yes, but there is that other half where, like, no, once it's over, it's over. Put everything away. We're getting ready for the next holiday. So, yeah, it could be...
I guarantee this. From 8 p.m. to midnight, the longest wait times, because 8 p.m. to midnight, everyone that does go, they're going to be at the popular houses. After midnight, it's going to be a ghost town. Friday, Saturday, Sunday. I'm calling it right now. Dia de los Muertos weekend.
That's what the Ghostbusters are going to be.
We'll see you there. I hope not. Thank you so much, Robert. We appreciate it. Thank you so much for the super chat.
Thank you. Oh yeah, they have Inside Out 2. Also.
Inside Out 2. Joker, that's right.
Oh yeah, Joker.
Earl says, yeah, I wasn't sure about this movie. He's like, I told you guys. I told you. Megan says her and M. Night Shyamalan have the same birthday. I think we played that game. Remember, who do you celebrate? What celebrity do you celebrate your birthday with? Yeah.
Oh yeah. Was it for my birthday or was it for Mochi's birthday?
I think it was Mochi's birthday.
We also have Twisters coming out July 19. Joker, Beetlejuice, Transformers.
Transformers 1.
Yeah.
It's an animated movie, but it actually looks funny. I want to go see that one. It looks good. Heartwarming. And a little bit of comedy.
We have Wicked in November.
Wicked for sure.
Yeah.
I know, Anthony says, I'm just ready for the merch to be on sale at the end of HHN.
I know, we saw the...
Hit me with that 90% off.
We saw what they released today. We're like, we'll see you at the end.
Yeah. Oh, Brian brings up another good point. Scary Farm ends on Saturday, so everyone's going to be over there too.
Oh, okay.
That's a good point too.
Yeah.
I can't wait for Not Scary Farm either. Yeah. But there you go, you guys. There you go. I mean, you want to end on some Disney news? I guess I'll end it like this. Pixar Place is closed. It's gone.
I feel like we all saw that coming.
The Doctor Strange show is ending. The golden horseshoe, the piano player, gonna be gone too. They announced all this week. Like, there's a lot of changes. Fantasmic still running, right? Hiccups here and there, but they're taking a lot of entertainment and little things away.
Why do you think that is?
I have no idea.
They're doing some cleanup.
I have no idea.
It's cleanup season right now.
The most common.
For sure, the Pixar news we saw coming. I feel like they just got a lot of feedback that was very negative.
A lot of backlash.
Yeah, and even we were there the first day, and we were just kind of like a little lost. We're like, what is going on? Like,
exactly.
We were kind of waiting, like, so, you know, what was said was not happening. So, and it wasn't just us as, you know, a lot of our content creators, but then also I feel like everyone else that went after. So.
Everyone was saying the same thing. We even had friends ask us, like, hey, I want to go to Disneyland. Should I buy a Disney ticket or a DCA ticket? I'm like, Disneyland? Go to Disneyland because you get the Castle show, Pixar show. You still got Star Wars stuff going on. The theater celebration with all the Pixar.
Which we had a lot of fun.
Yeah, that area so much fun. That was more fun. That was more fun. The DCA parade, and it's okay. Yeah. They did add Lightning McQueen, but Disneyland is where it's at. If you're not going to park hop, go to Disneyland. Tiana's Bayou Adventure is going to open up later this month in Orlando, and we think it's going to open up here probably in September. You know, so if you go into Disney, enjoy the piano player at the Golden Horseshoe because they're cutting costs left and right for some reason, slashing the budget.
Well, I'm glad
we saw it once.
Was it our last visit? It was recent.
Second to last visit.
Yeah, second to last.
We were hanging out in the
we had extra time before our live, and then we just so happened to arrive at the right time, and then we caught the pianist.
Exactly.
And we're like, this is so cool. We've never caught him. Yeah.
So enjoy it while you can. That's what I was thinking about. I was like, there's another really good underrated movie coming out. It's Longlegs, the serial killer one. The trailer we saw. We saw the trailer today. It's the creepy one.
Oh, the one that we're like, okay, that one.
Yeah, Longlegs has been it's been hyped up, been talked about for months. And we finally saw the trailer a few months ago, and I was like, that's the one they're talking about. I'm excited for Longlegs. Disney be doing some scary acting for their entertainment. I know. I don't know what's going on. Yeah, I agree, Earl. No more piano, man.
Yeah, he did put on a good show too.
He was really fun.
Yeah.
Mia says, today I went to Fantasyland Theater, that's next to Small World, and I had a blast. So many characters, the kids had a blast. Nice area to get away from the heat too. That's how we felt. That's how we felt. That is what it should have been at DCA, if anything. Worst case scenario.
They had the music going on. Yeah, it was just so different. That's what I was expecting.
The photo ops, they switch them all out. Yeah. The seating it's the
even,
best seating.
Even I felt a little bit overwhelmed because I didn't know where to go because there was a lot going on, but in a good way. You know, like that's what it's supposed to be. Exactly. Like a lot going on to where you're like a little bit overwhelmed, but in a good way, right?
Yeah.
As to where there's nothing going on and you're just kind of like, it's a little awkward. Like,
Brian brings up another good point. Skywalker Brian. I'm not surprised about the lack of feedback for Club Pixar, sorry. And also because of the recent unionization of the performers that happened not too long ago. But yes, for the unionization, but some characters aren't involved in that. They might be different unions, from my understanding. So it's kind of like they're unionizing, but then Disney's also cutting costs elsewhere. And that might not have anything to do with the unions, with them unionizing. So.
They're not related.
Yeah, it might not be the same thing. But he's still going to roam around. Just the show's going to be cut. So there you go. Thank you so much, Benjamin. Have a great night. Thank you.
Have a great night.
We're going to end it with this right here, right now. We've been live for 2 hours and 15 minutes. Thank you guys so much.
It's already going to be 11 p.m., you guys. We do have 72 of you guys still rocking with us. Again, we appreciate it.
I have 2 questions.
You guys are still here at 11 p.m. with us.
2 questions. We need a Star Wars update from Cristal. And are you guys watching the new Acolyte show, the Star Wars show on Disney Plus? Thumbs up in the chat if you're watching it. Are you going to watch it, or are you not interested or not going to watch it? Thumbs down. Thumbs up, thumbs down. I'll tell you right now, I'm like, I know it's more martial arts based. I'm not sure what the story is. Who are these people? What place in the universe, in the story, in galaxy timeline does it take place in? I don't know, and I honestly don't really care right now.
What?
Eventually I might get there. It looked really action-packed.
Okay, good.
But there's just other Star Wars stuff I'd rather focus on. So with that being said, let me know. Are you watching it or are you not watching it? Are you going to or are you not going to? And yeah, my first question was, babe, fill us in with the Star Wars. What's going on with Star Wars?
Well, I was going to say today the commercial came out for the, yeah.
Uh-huh.
And I was jealous because I'm like, I can't see anything yet. Like anything that's upcoming. And that's just because I'm still getting like introduced to like the world, and I'm kind of excited to just keep it going and going. And
thank you, Robert. Have a great night, brother. Appreciate it. Thank you.
Have a great night. Yeah. So what did I say I wanted to do this weekend?
Well, tell us. What was the last Star Wars movie you saw?
So the last one we saw was the 4th one, right?
A New Hope.
Yeah, A New Hope. Which, I mean, going from the 3rd one, which had so many crazy things happen. It was kind of like, it was a great movie, but it was a little bit of a break from like so many of the highlights that happened in the 3rd one that kind of like set for, I feel like, what's coming now. But yeah, no, I'm really excited to like keep going. And I don't know, we've been talking about if we want to do a watch party for the next one.
So did you like A New Hope?
Yeah, it was good.
Number 4,
for
like,
sure.
For it coming out in what, 1977?
Yes.
You thought it was good.
Even we were saying that we felt like they changed.
Remastered.
Yeah.
It still holds up.
It did not look like it was filmed back in the day.
Still really good.
Yeah.
So yeah, up next is The Empire Strikes Back, and then it's Return of the Jedi. And she's really excited. So she suggested that we should watch the next one, number 5.
Well, yeah.
Empire Strikes Back, like this weekend, which I think we're gonna have time to do it.
Yeah.
Together, we'll just her. What's up, VFX? Yeah, I wanted to ask you guys, which is your favorite?
I know, yes.
Out of the original series, I already know a lot of you are not gonna go with A New Hope. It's maybe not the best one. That's how we're ending the night. Star Wars talk. Which one is the better Star Wars movie in your opinion? Episode 5, The Empire Strikes Back, or Episode 6, The Return of the Jedi? Which one is better, 5 or 6? I think the more popular one is 5.
Yeah,
but 6 has its moments.
That's what you were telling me, that the one that is the most popular, right?
It's 5. The Empire Strikes Back. I think it's higher rated too. I'll be completely honest with you.
Is that the one that
what's next?
grows the most, like, income-wise?
I'm not sure. Probably.
Yeah.
Probably. I saw number 5 way more than I saw number 6. Return of the Jedi, I might have only seen once. Literally once. A long, long time ago.
So do you think that's why you are kind of leaning more towards?
Well, I'm excited for that one, for sure. But we want to hear from you guys. Return of the Jedi is my favorite, says Raul.
Yeah.
The fourth
Again,
one.
no spoilers, so don't say.
Yeah, no spoilers.
Yeah, just let us know which one is your favorite.
Takes 100 years before the prequels for the series, says Brian. Okay, thank you, Skywalker. Now I can put it into perspective. Mia says I watched it. I gave it a 2.5 out of 5 so far. Maybe later on I might like it more. It's different for sure. That's like, I got that impression right away. Raul says he's watching it or going to. Diego says yes. Peter, no. Rob, no. Villains, no. Gabriel, no. Anthony, no. So, a lot of no's.
Okay.
She's about to see Empire Strikes Back. Yeah. Maybe, Brian. Maybe. 6/5. Empire Strikes Back, says Earl. Hector. Disney has been way too packed. We were there on Tuesday, did Genie Plus. Couldn't even get on Matterhorn. It was already filled up by 4. No way. Matterhorn's celebrating its anniversary, right? That's why it's kind of crazy right now. But I feel like Matterhorn's always crazy, even late nights. We don't really get on Matterhorn.
I don't even remember the last time we were able to get on because I feel like the line were always crazy. And I think also we're all on the same boat where a lot of us are going to be blacked out pretty soon, so we're all trying to make those last minute visits really count. Yeah.
Even late nights, I'm like, damn, Matterhorn's a long line.
Yeah.
I agree. Empire's like the Bible. Okay. Empire Strikes Back, but Return of the Jedi is close for me. Yeah, Diego, I feel the same way. Luke was at his best in 6. Okay. Genie was terrible today, says Mia. Yeah, so a lot of people are blocked out now, starting this weekend, literally. Return of the Jedi just set up the closure for the OT before the sequel trilogy, for sure. Rogue One is also a great movie. I filled her in on Rogue One.
Yeah.
She got the synopsis. I showed it to her.
So he did show me, like, if you guys don't know on YouTube, they do have videos where they kind of sum the highlights. So he did show me the
important parts.
Yeah, the important parts. But then, yeah, I like how it also in between you were explaining more to me, so it made sense. Yeah.
Earl says that ride is not tall people friendly. Even Earl, even me, I'm like, sometimes I feel like I'm gonna hit certain things, so I cannot imagine what it feels like.
You're like, is this safe?
On some of these, I even dug down on some of these rides. Like Thunder, does anyone feel like that about Thunder?
I feel like
Thunder
that,
Railroad. I feel like on Thunder, I'm gonna hit the freaking rocks.
Yeah.
Especially that one drop. It's just like straight, like really quick, you know, all of a sudden. I still like get kind of scared. Like, oh, I'm gonna hit it.
Nervous.
Yeah. Mia says I did that today.
Oh my god.
Thank you, BFX. Yeah, we got Frankie the Monster right here hanging out with us. Thank you. Oh yeah, today was the last day for Enchantees. They had Laney Middle School and grads there. And they're performing high schools. There you go.
Oh, that's awesome.
Summer's pretty much here.
Yeah, also at Universal we've been seeing a lot of visits from the little ones enjoying the park.
Exactly. I think we're gonna watch number 5 this weekend, and we might have a watch party for number 6 if you guys are down. We'll see what the next watch party is.
Do you think that would be the next best one?
I think it'll be the next best one because it closes off the original trilogy, and then after that it's kind of just like sort of. We'll let you guys know.
Yeah, we'll keep you guys.
We will fill you guys in. I couldn't make it the last time. Solo was the worst of all. I didn't even watch Solo. I didn't bother. I didn't even bother telling her about it. So, because I kind of heard the same thing. So, yeah, Boogeyman. That happened a long time ago, if I'm not mistaken. Very long time ago. But all right, you guys,
yes,
that's gonna do it for this live stream. Another Thirsty Thursday in the books.
Yeah. Again, it has been a while since we had Thirsty Thursday, so we do appreciate you guys joining us again. The return of Thirsty Thursday. It was just perfect. We were all waiting for just that, at least one announcement. We only got one, but you know what? We appreciate that we just got at least one announcement. Hopefully they come, you know, one by one after that for HHN.
We might get another one next week, if not the week after that. We're going to bet it's Insidious or Ghostbusters. One of those two is going to be the next announcement. And John's going to wait for the originals to be announced in Midsummer Scream, which we will be in Midsummer Scream.
Yeah.
For sure.
So yeah, you guys, that is gonna do it for today. Really quickly, whoever's here, we did get invited out tomorrow for something spooky related, which we're super excited for. We're not gonna be going live for that because we can't be live, but we are gonna be making a vlog out of it, so you will find out after that. So yeah, I think we are gonna go live after, maybe. We're not sure about where though.
We don't know what we're gonna do tomorrow night.
Yeah.
We have a lot content to catch up with, but we want to go live every single day.
Vegas related. We still want to bring you guys a lot of our Vegas things, which we have to edit. So
Let's see.
that's plans.
You got your gold back yesterday. Brian Sevilla, we'll see you there. Thank you, RTL. Thank you, Hector. Thank you, Mia.
guys.
Have a good night. Yeah, stay tuned for tomorrow. Follow us on all of our socials.
Just have
always.
your notifications on because with Cristal and Cris, you never know.
Yeah.
Yes.
There's a slight chance we play a video game tomorrow night. We'll see. We don't know. But you guys are the best if you made it this far.
Los queremos mucho.
One last time, I want to hit you guys with this because I want to hear it.
You're almost there, but don't panic. There's still more music to come before you're completely engulfed in the blissful embrace of that little light you see in the distance. Soon you'll be healed, forgiven, and refreshed, free from all trauma, pain, guilt, and shame. You may even forget your own name. But before you dwell in that house forever, here's...
I like that. That's our new little, we'll be right back.
We were so into it that we didn't even take any breaks.
We
Our
did.
whole conversation.
All right, friends, we'll see you guys very soon. Happy
Stay
Halloween
tuned for
and all
everything
that
we have coming, you guys.
fun jazz. Have a safe Thursday. Have a safe Friday. We'll see you guys again very soon. Have a good night,
We
everybody.
love you guys.
Thank you to all our super chatters and members.
Bye.
Buenas noches. Bye, everybody.
Take care.